Hello and welcome to another episode of the Patriot Brothers. I'm your producer, host, and brother Zachary Smouse, and with me are your Patriot brothers Terry Rattle and Duke Boynton. Today's podcast is going to be about the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway Company, which Warren Buffett owns, and how the railway killed the Keystone Pipeline.
Awesome intro. Love it.
Absolutely.
And I finally got this pointing down pat. It's only taken
what's
6
left
months.
is right and what's right is left.
Right. I'm an old boxer, so I've been throwing rights the whole time, going left-sided. So
You made me drool a little bit on that one. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe, comment, everything. Love it.
That's right.
Every comment.
That's right.
And like this kind of has been kind of a thorn in my side since Biden on like the first day shut down the XL, and it kind of brought me back to like when the Keystone XL first got proposed. A guy that I worked with brought up the fact, wow, Warren Buffett just bought up all these rail lines that haul oil to the States. It's going to get shut down. I'm like, okay, I kind of looked into it a little bit at the time. So, holy shit, okay. The BNSF, and like, I mean, you look into what Warren Buffett owns, it's like, holy shit, right?
Right.
You okay? And there's some people report that he made a $58 million campaign fund to Biden.
Right.
But yet public records don't show that. But, you know, guys that rich, they can hide their money. So,
Sure.
Always said, you always follow the money.
That's right.
Why exactly did Biden shut down something that was already so far progressed? Right? Like why like immediately.
Terry, isn't it a Democrat thing? Democrats hate the XL. Republicans love it.
And it's like even the reports of how many jobs that it would create. There's reports of, you know, it's going to create 120,000 jobs. It's going to, like certain native reservations agreed to let it go through their land as long as they did everything. Hello, Helen. And yet other reports come out that it might have created 2,000 jobs. Right. It's just so baffling when you look into it, and
all over the board.
Yeah, people are saying that Alberta tar sands are so toxic, and like they, if a pipeline leaks, it's way worse. Well, man, trust me, I work in a tank testing facility. I see some of the shit that comes through our yard. When it comes in, it's able to haul crude oil, whatever, gas. But when it leaves, it's only able to haul water, because that's the state of repair that people keep their shit in.
We love you, conservative.
Absolutely. But I mean, like, and I talked, like, I'm not going to say names. I don't want to get a lawsuit against us, but I've talked to engineers and salespeople from companies that make valves that allow the import and export of these chemicals from tankers, and they don't know what certain products are. Like I talked to him about produced water. If you Google produced water, there's varying reports of what it is. All I know is it's nasty shit and it eats aluminum. If you don't have something that's stainless steel, it's going to eat the shit out of it. Right? That's basically all I know. And I'm talking to 2 engineers from one of the biggest valve producers. They're based in the States. And they were asking me, I'm just a parts guy. I'm not like an engineer or, you know. Thank you, Kate. But, you know, I got this engineer asking me, what is produced water? I mean, you can Google, like, what is produced water? And you will not get a straight answer from anyone. And that's kind of that's my whole problem with this. Like,
Right.
I think that's our whole problem with everything. Like, we can never get a straight answer.
No.
Ever.
No. And I think that's, of course, that's by demand. That's by, that was written in stone before. I mean, why give a straight answer? You know, you always got to beat around the bush for something when it comes to these guys. So that way nobody knows what's actually going on. At least in my opinion, that's the way it is.
Yeah. I mean, like, you look at, like, if you Google a picture of the oil sands in Alberta, you're going to see a big strip mine, basically. And a pond full of bitumen with dummies on it and a propane cannon to keep the ducks from landing on it.
Wow.
They think it's a pond. So that's the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s tar sands.
Gotcha.
All right, I've Googled images of a lithium mine in South America. Well, guess what? It looks exactly the same.
Same.
Like,
That's bizarre.
Like, okay, like, what's worse, making oil or making batteries?
Both. Let's just get rid of them both, and let's just go back to horse and carriage.
Yeah, I'll cut down a tree.
Sure. Howdy, Ellen. Thank you for being there, guys. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. So yeah, I just want to, you know, I kind of want to keep my bitch short. It's just something that's been like stuck in my side ever since the executive order.
Right. Terry, in your opinion, what do you think is out there to fix this problem?
Like, I don't know. We need really an honest news source that has no agenda.
There we go.
Which I know will matter. Yeah, but it won't happen in my life. I don't know, in our life.
Unless we take it over. Annie's coming in. What about hydrogen and magnetic power sources? You know, I don't know much about that, Annie. So if you want to elaborate, at least for my knowledge, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that.
We were going to look into Tesla and like what he had on the go.
Damn straight.
Which I haven't really dove into. Like, yeah.
Oh, I know a lot about Nikolai. I love that boy. He's not dead. He just went home.
Yeah. Well, no, he's Elon Musk now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Lisa.
Howdy, Lisa. Yeah, I said I could do a whole pod on Tesla altogether. That guy was amazing. We are the news.
the new news. Yeah.
The new news.
Hey,
we're just bringing to you what we read, and then we kind of put our spin on it, what we think. The language is out there. Now, what you get in the actual news may not be actual news. We're cutting out the BS of those anchors that think they know it all, and we're just bringing to you the facts that we know. And so that kind of new, but that's how journalism used to be.
Yeah, and
look at Walter Cronkite.
Oh, you think Walter Cronkite didn't have his own agenda?
Yeah, I don't think so. I might be wrong.
I think a little bit. Everybody does. And I mean, everybody said Trump was crazy because he was talking about fake news. Well, there is.
Right. There is, definitely.
There is. Like, you know, you can't really point to one definite thing. Like, oh, okay, you're
Right.
fake, you're fake, this fake, this fake, that's fake.
Right.
No.
Right.
But
you could put a name to the fakeness. You know, we could
Yeah.
talk about that Don Lemon character. If it comes out of his mouth, it's fake. We could talk about Lisa Mad Cow. If it comes out of her mouth, it's fake. If she opens her mouth, it's fake. You know, Geraldo, if he opens his mouth, it's fake. Juan Williams, if he opens his mouth, it's fake. I mean,
well, look what Geraldo did to the fucking troops, man, in Iran. He's tell you, oh, we're here, and this is here, and he's drawing it out on the fucking sand.
right,
Like, don't be stupid.
right.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen a journalist do.
Boy, I think he got fired for that one. Zach, what you got, buddy?
Yeah.
I think it's really bullshit that Biden shut the Keystone down the very first day of office. Does these go green people realize that pipeline actually creates vegetation? Solar and wind shit don't.
Right.
No. Like a pipeline, all you need is like a little swath of land. There's actually, look at the 49th parallel between Canada and the States. They keep it constantly clean of vegetation. It's basically the same thing as a pipeline would be, but it's the border, right? Like, and everybody talks about, oh, you know, like there's pipeline leaks and this and that. Well, you know, all of the leaks are at flanges. What are flanges basically controlled by? They're controlled by humans, right?
Right.
That have to tighten up those bolts and keep the gaskets sealed, and so there's no leaks.
Right.
So if there's one bolt loose, there's going to be a pipeline leak.
Right.
And I mean, this is a little bit of a conspiracy theory thing here on my part, because people control the flanges. Like what? And there's been many theories up here where I live where there are people paid to go and loosen bolts on pipelines.
Just to make it look bad. I can see that.
That's just something that I've heard in the undergrad, you know, like kind of the business that I'm in. Flanges, you know, like people have accused Justin Trudeau of funding environmental terrorism and going out and trying to stop oil, like trying to shut down oil roads going into the woods and whatever. Oh, you're going to put a bridge over this creek. Oh, you're going to kill fish. And
yeah, big evil oil. You know how that is. And Annie's jumping in. All I know about hydrogen and magnetic power sources is that it's out there, has been developed and kept from the public because big corporations want to make money from us. And therein lies the reason why we don't have a Tesla coil in use right now. That was free energy.
Yep.
You know, so Annie, you're spot on. I mean, that's exactly right. You know, for whatever power source that's out there, they don't want us to have it if it's free. My personal opinion, energy should be free.
The sun is free. The sun is free, yet we have to pay thousands of dollars for a solar panel to
capture its rays.
Capture that resource that is available to everybody.
It's kind of funny that you brought that up, Terry. I actually looked into getting solar power on my roof. And it would have cost me $15,000 for that solar panel. And it's the size of my roof. And so I broke it down with my electric bill and that. It would take me about 250 years to justify putting a solar panel on my roof to make up for the cost of saving electricity. If
you want to get a battery backup system for that and monitoring, that's another $15,000.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And Annie jumping in saying that's, yeah. Go ahead, Terry. Sorry.
No, it does it make sense?
No. You know, I'm sorry, and this may rub a lot of people wrong, but my loyalty is to my pocketbook.
That's absolutely.
You know?
Hey man, if I only, hey, you got to pay. You know, yeah, we might in our lifetime pay more than that for energy bills,
Right.
but until they can make it affordable enough, they can make it affordable enough.
Oh, I know they
Those
can.
companies, they can. Yeah, energy should be free. Absolutely, Annie.
Yep.
Like I know it, like in my city there's a bylaw against windmills. We can't have a windmill in my city because they're unsightly.
Oh my God, and that's all we have here in America now are damn windmills.
But
No,
like
hell.
to put a windmill in your yard, because you can get smaller residential sized windmills that will actually produce power. Can't do that. It's unsightly. Yet I'm allowed to put a chicken coop in my backyard in the city.
Right.
That's
Right.
not unsightly, or it doesn't make noise, or like.
Trust me, I know. Damn windmills kill the birds.
Oh yeah, like yeah, I remember there was a native tribe in the States that brought. I think they tried bringing it like to the Supreme Court because 3 or 4 bald eagles a year got killed by windmills.
Yeah, by those big gigantic mother effers.
Yeah, well, I don't know, how many birds fly into window panes?
Or in your windshield when you're driving.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying windmills are good. I'm not saying they're the answer. Matter of fact, I don't like windmills. I'm kind of on the onslaught. Back in the day, a windmill was used for pumping your water and or
Yeah.
oil back in the day.
It was bringing up your well water.
Right. Now these big gigantic bitches that they're putting in, and I could pick on Falcon. Well, I should say Ellicott or Yoder is where these things are located at. These guys are like 50 feet tall. They have a pattern. You know, their big old turbine pattern is about 20 feet. And I want to say there's probably close to 1,500 of those out there. And it's just, man, and there was ranchers out there that had a lot of cows. They had to pack up and move because they were losing cows to cancer left and right after they went up. And that was actually written in our paper. And so they're like, hey, look, you know, we're losing X amount of cows since these went up. And it was due to cancer. A couple folks started getting real sick. One lady did come down with cancer. They don't know if it was related to the windmills. And so, yeah, there's a lot to be said about those things. And, you know, how effective are they? And what's really sad is this damn windmill farm that went on out here in Falcon. That power is going to Denver. It's not even coming to us. They shipped all that power to Denver. It has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Bastards. Man, you're gonna dirty up my land out here. At least give me some of that energy. But no, it's going to the Denver folks.
And like I've even heard things like just at work, whatever, you know, sitting at the bar having a beer, about the windmills, and a lot of people have some theories about the vibrations that they put into the ground.
Yes. Constant humming.
And how it affects livestock.
Right.
Like not just, hey Kevin, you know, not just like wildlife, but you know, like cows, chickens,
oh yeah,
pigs. I had a power plant overhaul shutdown due to a bird's nest in the wrong place.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. We had one old country boy out here when those windmills went up. He shot about 3 of those windmills where he knew exactly where to shoot them. And it cost about $2.5 million worth of damage. 3 bullets, 1 in each of those windmills. Cost $2.5 million worth of damage.
Okay, and every time somebody tells me about the cost of the bullets, I think of what is that movie from like the 80s, 90s? Like, The Billy the Kid, where Emilio Estevez was Billy the Kid.
Young Guns.
Young Guns. Yeah,
Young Guns.
and he made a bullet out of 10 dimes or 11 dimes or whatever.
That's right. That's right.
So
He sure
that
did. He sure did.
at this point in time, I really want an affordable power source in case we lose grid power and or offset rising electricity. Any absolutely, like, I think everybody is searching for that, but you know, as much as I depend on the oil and gas companies for my income, I like, yes, we need to get past that. Like solar, I remember seeing a catalog where there was solar, wind, and water power. Like you could buy like even if you had a little bit of flowing water on your land, you could have a little like water wheel going through it, a little turbine in a flowing water source that would actually create power.
Right.
It was so the problem is it's so bloody expensive.
Right.
Like,
and it is
to your point, Duke, like you're going to spend $30,000 on a solar and battery system
to save money later. When am I going to
Yeah.
see that savings? It literally would be 200
Well,
plus years before I saw savings on that.
Well, and that just means you have to stay in that same place for the rest of your fucking life. Either that or you have to pack that shit up and haul it, and you're going to have to pay more.
That's
and
right.
how are you going to haul it? Are you going to use electric vehicles, solar-powered
Right.
electric vehicles to haul it? Or are you going to put it on a truck that's powered by a diesel engine?
I prefer the truck powered by diesel engine, to be honest with you.
What's up, Zach?
And guess what? Obviously, the Green New Deal that the left wants to implement will not work. The wind turbines freeze too easy. Look at Texas.
Yeah.
They have one little cold spell in Texas and everything freezes up.
Breaks.
But that you know,
Well,
people come up here from the States and they don't even have a fucking block heater on their car.
Right.
And they wonder why it won't start when it's fucking minus 20. Wow.
Look, I wrote the Texas governor and I gave him a fix for those damn wind turbines that broke. And it's simple. It's 2 letters and 2 numbers. WD-40, WD-40.
Water displacement. It's made out of fish oil.
Send a tech up there, spray those gears. It could be freezing outside. I'm a WD-40 junkie, so I use it on everything.
You know what people on the East Coast in Canada use to catch cod? They put a piece of red cloth on a hook and spray it with WD-40, throw it down, done. You'll get a cod.
And Bob's jumping in. I've heard from a few sources that they're designed, I'm guessing the wind turbines there, purposely to emit a specific frequency that pollutes either and something to do with connecting to Saturn. Now, a couple of those points there, Bob, I've heard that a couple times. Conspiracy theory show would definitely cover that portion. And I do believe there's some validity behind it. I know with the frequency that they have out there, for the big old wind turbine farm is what they call it. They call it a wind turbine farm out here. The folks that live close to it, they had to sell their houses and move because it was just downright hurting them. It made them ill. Their cows were dying. Their livestock was keeling over. And that was the difference. They've been there for hundreds of years in the family, just passed down from generation to generation, being a rancher family. And then all of a sudden this goes up. They're like, yeah, no, we're losing too much cattle over this. And it's bad when the cattleman talks about his cows before his wife. Oh, my wife got sick too. The cows died. Oh, and my wife got sick. So it's serious stuff when they do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Carla coming in, they wanted to build some on our ground, sent my mother a nice package. Had to inform her, no way. Absolutely.
Right. That's right.
And that's, that's kind of what I've been hearing is as good as you think windmills are, like, are they as much as of a detriment to the environment as an oil well right now?
Right.
With the technology that oil companies have put into like trying to keep
Right.
or trying to make it safer. Whereas anybody who wants to make green energy can just whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Even though, hey, guess what happens when somebody wants a big windmill or a wind farm? They have to pay a trucking company
Right.
to use that to
Thanks,
get
Kate.
that windmill to, yeah, thanks, Kate. Like what gets used to transport those?
Right. I mean,
And
Terry,
what money, like,
I mean, it's kind of bizarre because Barack Obama pushed the electric car. If you don't remember, he really pressed that Chevy Volt, V-O-L-T.
yeah,
And people don't understand how much energy, resources, fuel, coal, oil went into actually making that vehicle.
absolutely.
And then if you want to charge it, what do you have to do? You have to plug it in to an outlet that uses coal. How on living earth?
Well, like,
Give me a diesel. Give me a diesel that blows a black smoke.
I sent you a picture. I sent you guys a picture of a charging station where you plug an electric car into, and it's powered by a fucking diesel generator.
Yep.
So as soon as you plug your electric car in, a diesel engine starts to charge your electric car.
Facepalm emoji.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's freaking ridiculous. I don't.
I mean, it is like there's. Still,
I mean, it's humorous now. Sorry.
I mean, and as long as people have been trying to fight it, there's always going to be this fucking hypocrisy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's never going to go away, and it's sick.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers for it. I know it's hypocrisy, and it's just downright silly. Common sense isn't that common anymore, and that's what's bugging me right now.
Oh. And to my point earlier too, the internet isn't doing anything to help it.
No.
So any coming in, many in my family have worked for Dow and BNSF most of my life. I can see petroleum needed for many things in the future, but if tech is released, we should have free energy to run our homes. Absolutely, yes. There's no reason we shouldn't. The only reason we do have to keep paying is because of all this established culture in our lives. We have an electric company. We have to pay them. We have a gas company. We have to pay them. Oh, we have to pay to get our garbage taken away. We have to, we have to, pay for our sewage and
the whole works. I know out here in Falcon, but this is country life, so we're kind of a little bit on the, like, we don't have to pay for water because our water is welled. We technically don't have to pay for trash because we could burn our trash. The only thing is that we have to call the fire department to let them know we're burning. Hey, we're doing a burn today. Yeah. If you want to send a truck by and talk with us while we're burning, cool. They're like, all right, thanks for letting us know. So we could burn our trash. Electricity, that's the only thing that we really have to have out here. And one of the cool things about living in the country is that we really don't have to have a lot of permission to do what we're going to do out here. And so if I wanted to cut my electrical power off and have absolutely no internet, go completely darken off the grid, I'm allowed to do that without answering anybody. If you do that in town in Colorado Springs, you have cops knocking at your door. And Kay coming in, I can't wait for these phones to stop working. Maybe people will actually start living again. Kay, I still have an old rotary phone. One. Yeah, it's called the landline. I know you know what it is. I'm just picking on you there. Again, though, that's something that the first time I got introduced to technology was when I got a pager, and somebody would page their number to my pager, and I'd have to find either a phone close by or I have to use a payphone to call them. Good old days. I miss them. Zach, you got something, buddy? Yes, you do. You either got something really good to say or you have another midget joke for us.
I have to put on top of that point, dude. Like my job, because I'm on call every once in a while. I don't know how the fuck people were on call without a cell phone.
I know. I used to do it all the time, Terry. Hence my first pager. You better call this number back.
Yeah.
Or you better be sitting by your landline waiting for your boss to call. We had the answering machine where you had to actually hit play and delete and rewind. Look like a damn tape recorder, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, with a little cassette tape in it.
That's right. It was my job in the family to go through that cassette because you could reuse that tape. All you had to do was hit, delete messages and stuff, so it would delete it off the tape, and it took me like an hour to delete a tape because back in the day they were $1.80 a piece, and so my folks didn't want to spend that much, and so I was in charge of cleaning that tape and putting it back in.
Okay, and to Kay's point, like Duke, you and I were young children in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And I can remember like just going out to like a park down by the river, right?
In a van?
In a van, yeah. In a van. I think my dad had a van and then he had a Ram Charger.
There you go.
Bought it brand new in 1981. But going out and just like nobody was looking at their cell phones and worrying about fucking do I have service or anything.
You're checking the bobber on your fishing line.
Yeah. Or swimming down the river,
That's right.
trying to float down the river. What's up, Zach?
That's right.
However, I don't want to have cell phones to quit because how in the hell would I keep in contact with you guys if I'm in a fucked up situation?
Well,
I know where you live.
Yes.
I'll get to you, dude. Don't worry about it.
Eventually. Yeah, it'll take about 24 hours driving straight, but it's cheap because I have a little car that's really good on gas.
Look, one of the cool things that I found out the other day is one of my maintenance friends that I walk around with, he actually has his pilot license. And so he told me anywhere I want to go, anytime, let him know I got to just pay him for the gas fee. He won't even charge me for the hourly fee, and he'll take me. I was like, spot on. I'm going to take you up on that. I got to rent the plane too, because you can rent planes, I guess. So I'm kind of excited.
How many numbers do you know by heart? Remember when we knew everyone's number and their aunties?
Oh my God.
Absolutely. I still, okay. If I meet somebody and they tell me their phone number, I will remember that before I remember their name a week later.
Right.
That's kind of why I'm pretty good at what I do.
And I'm going to say this out. I'm going to say this out loud, and I don't care because whoever has this number, God bless them. But growing up back in the day, we always had the same phone number, and it was 719-634-7780. Kept that number for ages. And my best
Yep.
friend's number, who I had to call on landline, was 719-596-0420. And so, and that was having to dial it on the damn rotary phone. I ought to call those numbers to see who's living there now.
You guys see my first Fleeting
Nice.
Thoughts episode? No, I haven't. You rant about technology.
I love that.
Technology is good and it's evil. And I mean, I was actually talking to Zach, and I think did I talk to you about this last night too, dude? Like about watch the movie Demolition Man.
I love that movie.
Just watch it and compare it to what's going.
Bitch, asshole. There. Now I got my toilet paper. Fuck your 3 seashells.
But watch, like, seriously though, like, watch that movie and watch what's fucking going on in society right now.
Is it not crazy?
And I thought that movie was totally fucking ludicrous when it first came out. And now life is starting to imitate art.
Now, if every
the president in that movie even looks like Joe Biden right now.
Yeah, no shit.
Just saying.
And if every damn restaurant becomes a Taco Bell, we're going to have a problem.
There's going to have to be way more public restrooms.
Yep.
And none of this seashell shit.
Yeah, the 3 seashells. I actually broke down. I found an actual site on Reddit when I wasn't banned there to how to use the 3 seashells, and I just laughed my ass off. Now, if I ever see 3 seashells, I know how to use them, okay? And it's not pretty. Effective, but not pretty.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's so fucking awesome, bro.
Sorry.
But really, like, to me, out of all the movies that were made in like the 80s, 90s, early 2000s,
Schwarzenegger movies,
that were supposed to be futuristic, like, honestly, that movie and all the Simpsons episodes, we should do an episode on the Simpsons, man. Jesus, Matt Groening.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's my, actually, Demolition Man is up there with my favorite movies as well, okay? I just absolutely love it. Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone made a great pairing. I'll be honest with you. That was awesome. Tombstone is my top favorite movie, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah, Tombstone's pretty cool.
It's my favorite movie of all time.
I'm going to say the movie that I've watched the most would be probably Platoon.
Damn, I haven't seen that for a long time.
I watched that so many times when I was a kid. It's not even funny. Great movie.
Zach, what's your favorite movie, dude?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Debbie Does Dallas.
No, Debbie's not a midget, bro.
Oh God, that's right. Folks are like, "What's Debbie Does Dallas?" Oh my God, Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
You won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. At least I was never disappointed. My right arm didn't get this big for a reason, okay?
I'm not a tennis player, really.
Right? It's the strongest wrist on the planet. Oh my God. Can we delete that? Can we go back and not put that in here?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Cut that out. Yeah. That's all right.
Cut that out.
No, we're
We
just
don't
being
need that in
honest.
there.
Fuck it. We're just being honest.
Whoops. I'm a daisy if I do.
So
I'm no
what
huckleberry.
on here? We got some shred.
Ooh,
Tropic Thunder.
my freaking oldest daughter would like that shit.
See? Hey, legal.
There you go. Legal. There we go. For the Canadian government that's watching Terry getting ready to bring him to Canadian jail.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't gonna fucking bust me. I still got the fucking receipt for this stuff too, so.
Man, I'm all about here in America, man. I want them to just legalize marijuana altogether. I don't give a shit anymore.
And that's the fucked up thing. Like, I remember watching, this might have changed since then, but I was watching a show about guys that in Colorado that had pot stores. They cannot have an account with a federal bank.
Interesting. Oh,
If they have an account with a Fed, because it federally, it's still
FDIC
illegal.
backed. FDIC backed.
See, it's still illegal. So they have to stash, they have to go mostly cash or try and cash out as much as they can. And they hire ex-Navy SEALs to protect these cash, and they have basically stash houses out on farms in rural Colorado.
Right.
Where they keep their money.
Right. Well, Terry, I'll have to look into it, but I believe there was a lawsuit that was brought from the state of Colorado against that. And I think, I'll have to look it up, I might be wrong, but I think the feds have eased restrictions on that transaction now.
Just charge them a fee, charge them a tax. That's what government do. That's so like I'm saying, like any pot store in Colorado could not have a bank account in a federal bank. It had to be a bank consolidated solely in Colorado.
Right.
To actually have a bank account, or else it had to be all cash.
Yeah.
Or else.
And you know how much the IRS loves cash.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. And honestly, when they first legalized pot in Canada, it wasn't worth it to go to a pot store. People went there for like novelty purpose.
Paraphernalia.
Oh, I can buy pot legally and get a receipt for it and be allowed to drive with it in my car. Right?
Right.
Now, honestly, I can go to the one store and get like 18-19% pot, you know, THC for $110 an ounce.
Jeez.
Whereas before it was illegal, I was paying $200.
Damn.
So obviously 110, I got to pay 5% GST. We don't have provincial income tax, so it's about $115 for an ounce compared to $200 an ounce. And I'm contributing to society by paying $5 for every, you know what I mean? Yep. What's up, Zach? Zach got something?
Well, when I was younger, my favorite movie was The Lion King, but I fucking cried every time I watched it. My favorite movie series now is The Transformers.
Nice. So you must like Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
You know, that was another movie that they actually destroyed. Well, what was the bad guy's name? Who was the main bad guy in Transformers?
Megatron. Megatron.
During the cartoon series, he was actually a .45 caliber pistol. He was a semi-automatic .45. Yeah. And now they turned him into like a hair blower, a hair dryer.
that was
Thank
on
you, 1776.
yeah, absolutely, 17. Yeah, I remember that was on the cartoon, the Saturday
Damn
morning
straight.
cartoon.
That's right. It was a
When
45
you and I were children.
I actually had all the Transformers back in the day, even the Dino Transformers. I was huge into those, man. Yeah, and they just destroyed it when they took away Mega's powers. You know, he's not a 45 caliber handgun anymore. What good is he?
When I was a kid, I was Star Wars and G.I. Joe.
See, I was He-Man and Thundercats. And Voltron. I freaking loved Voltron. Voltron was the shit.
I remember the first time my dad, they went shopping, like just, like after work, kind of going grocery shopping. And he came back.
Bob. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Absolutely. And he came back, and this was just when G.I. Joe went small. Remember in the 60s and 70s, right. It was like the big G.I. Joes.
Right. Who was that first small character that came out, by the way?
The first one that I got was Grunt.
Was Grunt? We're talking the first one produced.
I couldn't tell you. I'm just saying the first one I got was Grunt. And
it was Cobra Commander.
I'm pretty sure it was, and that's the one that I wanted.
Yep.
But my dad got me Grunt. I'm like, why did you get me Grunt? I'm like, my dad told me, like he basically told me, Grunt, this is what wins. Is these guys. It's not this guy, it's these guys. It's the Grunt.
It's the Grunt. That's right.
It's the Grunt. So I've always had respect for anybody on the ground. Anybody in the field.
Big ol' hoorah shout out to our veterans out there while you're bringing that up, Terry.
Absolutely.
We love you. We applaud you. Thank you for your service.
Law enforcement,
damn
fire,
straight. Firefighters, the whole works.
The firefighters, frontline workers, emergency workers, everything.
Right. That's right.
So
thank you.
They are the Grunts.
That's right. That's right. I couldn't have said it better, Terry. That's exactly right.
That's who I appreciate.
Amen.
That's kind of whose level I want to live up to.
Right. Well, you do that. I'll live up to Hugh Hefner's level, okay?
Okay.
Hoorah. There we go. Love our military.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely do. Serving and not serving, I don't care. If you ever served, you get the big old Duke bear hug when I see you. I'm not just a thank you guy. I give you a hug.
Got to wear a mask.
That's right. Back in the day, I tried out for the military. They said I was too big. They got
to spend extra for an extra large uniform. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, I was shooting for the Coast Guard. I actually loved the Coast Guard, and I was kind of a hefty kid when I was trying out for them. They said I needed to lose about 25 pounds, and so, I lost that 25 pounds and went back in and talked to him. The guy was like, "We were just seeing if you could do it. There's no way you're joining us." I was like, "Fuck you, man. Thanks for the motivation,
though." Fucking awesome.
Right.
Yeah, the sheet muzzle. Hey.
Here's what's funny is that when people ask me to put my mask on nowadays, I'm pretty sure Mo Reese would like this one. Might as well Confederate up.
See, I just go pretty plain.
You should put on their BLM, Terry. Put on their BLM.
No. I'm a fucking ninja. Fucking ninja.
Zach's like, yeah, get out of here, man.
Hey, well, if I did, I'd be fucking. Do I get a piece of that Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, and you probably get some money from George Soros as well.
And they're honestly, and talking like, what is like? I think we should like kind of dig in to what the fucking Nobel Society. It's called allergies to bullshit.
Allergies to bullshit.
Absolutely. Fuck yeah, okay. But what is the fucking Nobel Society? There's, you know, like when I was kind of digging into the BNSF and all this, like the bullshit about Keystone getting canceled. I look at all these Nobel laureates said this. What the fuck is a Nobel laureate?
Right.
I mean, you know, like we did a pod about, you know, like BLM got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, and so did Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know, and then you look at like some of the past winners of the Peace Prize. I you know, like the one chick that was somewhere in Southeast Asia, but she basically committed genocide against the Muslim faction in her country.
Right.
Gandhi. Nobody mentions that Gandhi fucking committed genocide against Muslims in India.
Fucking Mother Teresa right there.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Like no, but nobody wants to mention that.
No, of course not. Why? It doesn't fit their narrative, Terry.
Well, but it's the Peace Prize. It's
right.
They're supposed to be peaceful.
Right, and Obama got it before he even was president.
I want to nominate the three of us for the next Nobel Peace Prize because we just tell the truth and what we think.
That Peace Prize is so tainted now. I would be happy to accept it just to wipe my ass with it.
Does this come with a roll of toilet paper?
Yeah. Really, let me show you what the certificate means to me now. I mean, it used to be a very prestigious thing, and now it's just a laughing stock. It's just a fucking joke.
It was prestigious, but even when you look at it in the past, like back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, the people that have been awarded that prize, what they have actually done. Like, what did they actually do?
Right.
It'll make you sick.
How do they contribute? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking? We're talking about the Nobel Peace Prize right now going to Black Lives Matter, or Black Lives Matter being nominated for the Nobel Peace. Yeah.
Along with Donald Trump. Because what did they say? Trump? Oh, because Trump made peace in the Middle East.
Well, he actually did something.
I thought Obama did that.
Oh yeah, and it was like 3 days after. 3 days after he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, Obama went and started bombing fucking Syria.
Yeah,
that's
get the drones. Let's get the drones going.
And he's really good at droning people, according to Barack Obama. He's good at killing people.
Fuck.
That's a quote from his ass. Like I said, that whole Nobel Peace Prize, it's over. And David Lowe, right? He cracks me up. I'm sorry. I read something way different. I thought you said David Duke. I was like, yeah, I've heard a couple of those things. But no, David Lowe. Okay, we'll have to check him out.
David Duke, that's going old school, dude.
Hey, let me tell you something. Not going to bring it up here, but I have heard a couple things he said, and I didn't disagree with him. Oh, man, that's horrible to even say that nowadays, but I didn't.
Oh.
Hell, I may even try to go and find him to get him on the
Yep.
You guys be surprised. Again, David Duke is absolutely 100% one of those folks that is media propagandist machine. He isn't, but what the media has done to him. They take everything he says out of yeah, okay, so he joined the KKK, but so did one of the Kennedys, okay? All right, he was a grandmaster wizard in the KKK. Okay, but he's come out and he said, man, that was the worst mistake in my life. If you actually listen to him now, he makes a lot of sense. And it's not racist at all. It just makes a lot of sense. So, but you're not going to find it. You're not going to find him on YouTube, Google. You'll never find him on Facebook. You know, all those sites are out, you know. He even destroyed Zinc with the Young Turks. I mean, absolutely destroyed him. Anyways, not talking about Dee.
Yeah, I think wasn't it Ted Kennedy that was associated at one time?
Yeah, yep, Ted Kennedy. I want to say Senator Barr was actually pictured in Ku Klux Klan outfit. He was it Barr? Oh no, Byrd. I'm sorry, Byrd. Senator Byrd, who died a couple years back, was a renowned KKK activist and member, and he was of the Democratic Party.
Where was it?
Don't want to talk about that though.
You know what? It was just recently. I can't remember if it was in the States or Canada, but somebody got arrested for like hate crimes because they were wearing a pillowcase because they didn't have a mask. And they went into a store and they had a pillowcase with eye holes cut in it. And somebody thought they were like KKK, but they, you know, you have to wear a face covering when you go into a store.
Terry, there was this guy in California that literally wore a KKK hood into a convenience store, and people were flipping the shit out. Now, with me, I understand the humor because I have dark humor. And I laughed at that shit. I was like, are you going to make, okay, you're going to make me wear this and we're going to do this. Okay. Oh my God. I laugh with tongue in cheek because I do have a dark sense of humor, and that type of stuff kind of makes me laugh, you know? Sorry, not sorry. What's up, Zach?
I laugh at anything that's funny. I don't give a fuck. What's up, Zach?
And you know what? Biden even went to the KKK's leader's funeral.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Biden also called black people roaches.
Yet.
Cat got your tongue, Terry.
I, you know, like I said, like I'm kind of in a different seat than you guys because I'm up here and like different shit goes on here in Canada. But I look at what's going on, and you know, I talk to our brother in Philadelphia regularly, and I hear what's going on, and like, you know, there's a bit of shit going on there. But like just
yeah,
it's just maddening. It
is.
It really is.
Terry, it's kind of like that article with that guy who had his daughter or whatever, and he said, you know, you're not transgendered, and he gets arrested in Canada for it. What type of world are we living in now, man?
You know what? If you know, I don't have any children. I don't have brothers or sisters, but I have like a very close friend who has a daughter that I'm very, very close with. And she's right about at that age. There is no way. There is no way I would ever not call her a girl. Like, you're my girl. You're my niece. She called me uncle, right? She referred to me as uncle. And like to be actually charged for calling your daughter,
a girl.
Yeah.
To be arrested. And
And like he said, thank God they can't arrest me for my thoughts. Right? Because,
Right.
like,
I mean, it's just it's getting downright ridiculous. The evilness being out on display right in front of us is actually happening, folks. And it's going to take a lot of us to stop it. I mean, if I told my daughter, hey, look, I'm so proud of you, kiddo. You're a good girl. And the next thing I know, I'm getting arrested by the cops because I called her a good girl instead of a good boy because she wanted to be. Now, that's not the case with her at all. If anybody knew Jaden, that's not the case. But you come and arrest me because of that, that's an act of war against me and my family. As law enforcement, they better be prepared for this.
but flip it around the other way, Duke. What if, because you have 5 daughters, you wanted to have a son,
right?
So you started calling Jaden your son,
my little boy, right?
Yeah,
the son I never had.
you flip it around, right? I know it's kind of twisted, but it's kind of the same thing.
It's the way that the world's thinking nowadays, Terry, is what you're saying. You're 100% correct. You know, we should have never gotten to this point. I'm sorry, folks. It should have never gotten to this point. The liberals are now, they're in this fucking pond, running this pond the way they want to run it. And it's going to take us to stop it.
Bro.
And guaranteed at one point in time, it'll take more than words. You mark my words.
There's a crosswalk going from City Hall to the fucking police station that's a rainbow here.
Right. And Bob now identifies as a used beer sock. And Bob, my daughter Jaden, my daughter my daughter Jaden now is identified as a helicopter. What that means, I don't know, but she identifies as a helicopter now.
The other day I saw a big jacked up Dodge that identified as a Prius. So
yeah, it identifies as a Prius.
Yeah, it's all, and you can't tell that it can't tell that big jacked up Dodge that it's not a Prius because
yep,
you know, then you get a fucking lawsuit against you.
You know, though, I would identify as a midget, but Zach would take advantage of me.
We're still getting him a pole, right?
We're going to get him that stripper pole in his room. Yes. Zach's like over my dead body. I think a stripper pole would look good in your room, Zach. Come on. I may actually be able to find somebody to work that pole for you too, by the way. All you got. Poor Zach. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just shitting you. Oh my God. I mean, seriously, guys, what the hell has this world come to?
Oh, honestly, like I said, Duke, you're really in the same age bracket as me. Like the early 80s, were those not like the fucking best times ever?
Man.
Like people just going out and hanging out, people like we'd have a barbecue in somebody's front yard on the corner of Main Street and everybody be driving by honking the horn.
That's right.
Right? Like, you know,
back when neighbors would just drop over to say hi.
Yeah. Say hi, hang out on the porch, have a beer, whatever.
Right. Back in the day when somebody rang the doorbell, you got your ass up and moved like you're in a fucking marathon to figure out who was at your door. Nowadays, somebody rings your doorbell, it's like, who's bugging me now?
Yeah, where's my fucking
where's my
you're
ring?
You're looking on your phone. Yeah, your Ring app. Saying, oh, who's at my door?
Right. Being excited. Somebody's here. Yay. Oh, it's just the Avon sales lady.
The other funny thing is, You know what the other funny thing is? People can get these fucking 4K videos from people trying to like porch pirate,
Right.
but when police or anybody are trying to get like footage of murder or robbery, it's like fucking 16-bit graphics.
Yeah, right.
You can't even tell who the person is. Yet if I get with my TV subscriber, I can get one of those smart home packages that has
Right.
cameras and shit. I give
The whole
4K on
works.
my. I could be sitting there
That's
at
right.
work and looking on my phone and seeing exactly who's standing at my door.
Yep.
Yet
Right.
you see so many of these murders, assaults, whatever,
Right.
go by.
Zach, bring
and
that comment back up. I'm going to address that. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead, Terry.
let's do it.
Yeah,
But-
and Johnny came in saying common sense is what they lack. Nothing makes sense with them. And Johnny, I don't know if you caught the earlier part. And this is kind of a saying that I've had for the last couple of years is common sense is not that common anymore. And it's so frustrating. It's very, very frustrating, the common sense. I mean, and people, what exactly is common sense? Well, if you put 1 + 1, it equals 2. And now you're going to have this common core curriculum that says in order for you to get to 2, you have to put 1 divided by 3 + 5 + 6 divided by A equals E. Well, you know, there's no common sense no more, okay? And so just to get to 2, you have to go through a whole range of problems to get there. And you're right,
Well,
Johnny. I agree. Common sense is what I would say 75+ million Americans lack.
I'd say more than that.
Well, if you're going off of Biden numbers, it would be 80+ million. But I can't count the dead. So that's why I brought it down to 75 million.
You know, if you, Biden, that's somebody who lacks really common sense. But,
Is he even Joe Biden?
well, some people say he died like 2 or 3 years ago.
That's right. That's some QAnon shit right there. And there might be some validity behind it, but I won't go there now.
No, it's not worth it. Definitely
No.
not worth it.
No.
I mean, really, right now, it is what it is. It fucking sucks that we both have to live under the same type of government.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah, but if it wasn't for these type of governments, Terry, we wouldn't have really good content to make memes out of.
That's right. That's right. No,
I'm an
we
optimist,
have-
okay? I look at the brighter side of things.
yeah, well, me too. I try to.
Now, of course you do, and you do a good damn job.
The brighter side is that my lady's going to be here in a week.
He
and a
fucking
half.
off.
Yeah,
And
but
that
she's
shit
still
that
gonna have to fucking. She's still gonna have to fucking quarantine.
Yeah.
In a hotel because I know, like, you know, the money I make a day at work, as opposed to the money I'm gonna have to pay for her to stay in quarantine,
Which you
still
should
a
not
little
have to
bit
pay.
more. Fuck.
They're forcing that quarantine, not you. So they should have
Bro.
to pay for it, not you.
Oh, and I'm glad you brought this up. So Canada implemented when somebody flies into Canada, when they test, they take the 15-minute test, they test positive, but they have to quarantine for 3 days in the city that they fly into, whether it be Montreal, Toronto, Calgary, or Vancouver.
Sorry, guys. Nose is
They're-
running like a bandit.
In Toronto, and I was kind of joking with you guys about it. She can stay at the Marriott, the Sheraton, or the Hilton.
The Hilton.
And any other time, somebody that I know that likes to stay at the Hilton never pays more than $100 a night. The cheapest hotel she can get is $300 a night.
Might as well be staying at the Broadmoor.
And then they're probably going to charge her for testing, which is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Do that before.
Oh, send that fucking bill to China. I'll find an address for you.
Right? Well, hey, you seen what they put her up in fucking China? What China offered people? Oh my god!
Fucking ridiculous. Bob's saying it's a bullshit false positive test. I've had my daughters go through that a couple times. Oh yeah, you don't have it. Yes, you do. Oh wait a minute, no, you don't. It's like, guys, fuck off.
And
it is or you're not.
Since this whole shit started, she's been fucking around the world. She's been to London when that was the hot spot. She was Japan when that was the hot spot. Right. She's been tested. She's been tested probably fucking 10 times already.
Right. Terry, let me ask you a question since you're up in Canada. Now that America's sending up, I think it's like 2 to 3 million of the vaccines up there. Are you going to get in line to take one, or are you going to pass on it?
No. Because, well, we'll let, I think Zaf's got something, but
he's drinking his tea.
I found something out last night. I'm going to have to talk to my dad and make sure that this is true. But I've obviously, I know somebody that's gotten a vaccine, the 2-part one. So Zach, what do you got? You got something?
Dude, did you see what Biden did Friday? He slipped going up the stairs of Air Force One.
I laughed, and at the same time, I looked at him as an old person and felt sorry for him.
Kind of gotta do.
Yeah. And then the White House blames it on the wind. God. Look, as looking at him as not my president.
Mr. Burns. He's Mr. Burns. He's Mr. Burns.
Yeah, he's Mr. Burns. I looked at it and I laughed at first, and then I just felt, this guy, he has no business being there. Between his words and his walking habits, it's sad. It's sad, man. But I laughed too. I definitely laughed. I saw something on YouTube, and it was taken down the other day. Donald Trump was hitting golf balls, and he kept hitting Joe Biden 3 times. Every time a golf ball hit him, he tripped up the stairs. Oh, that was epic. I actually shared it, but it was taken down off of YouTube. It's like, God dang it, YouTube. Why take away our fun? You don't take away the liberals' fun.
No.
Yeah, it was sad though, but in the same token, I laughed first. It was one of those ones where I laughed first, and then I was like, "Oh, that's not really cool." Not cool. He did it again. And Lisa coming in, there have been people who took the vaccine and tested positive. Go to medicalkidnap.com, and there are 2 articles. Yeah, I could tell you now. I know people that actually have taken the vaccine. There were my old boss had owned the company before I bought it from him, and I worked under him for 15 years. Him and his wife both got both the vaccines, and they're fine. They're cool, and they're in their 70s. There's. Go ahead, Terry. I know you were getting ready to touch on this, so please do.
Yeah, basically a family member works at a long-term care facility where my grandma was staying, and just after Christmas, she took part 1 of the virus, the vaccine. Because obviously she's kind of like a frontline worker. They were first in line.
Sure.
She took it. I talked to her. She said, no, I haven't had any side effects. But since she got part 2, she had side effects mimicking COVID.
I'll be damned.
And
I'll
to
be
me,
damned.
it's like,
I know. And why get it? Why get the vaccine if you have to continue to wear a fucking mask?
man, I'll never take a fucking flu shot. I get those gummies that are like a multivitamin that are for, guys like us that probably don't eat quite properly, but we take vitamin. You take that multivitamin. Hey, Kendra.
Howdy, Kendra.
That's really, what more do you need? Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Go lick dirt.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you, back in the back in the day, and you guys are gonna think this is weird, but go lick dirt. Back in the day when chicken pox was a bad thing, and I had one of my cousins come down with chicken pox. My mom forced me to go over to my cousin's house and spend the night with him, play, we were playing with toys, high fives, bumps. She wanted me to get the chicken pox. And I did.
Just get it over with.
Yeah, just get it over with. It was an old adage back in the day. I say back in the day, we're talking about 80s and 90s, where if somebody had chicken pox, they would recommend that you go swim in a swimming pool together. Just go get it done and over with. Okay, you're going to get it. Just get it done and over with. Better now than later.
When I got chicken pox, I was in grade 2, and I had to
Terry, that's exactly the grade I was in. Wow.
I had to stay home for 2 or 3 days.
Yep, it was 4 days.
It was when they started to manifest on your face.
Right.
And that's when you're allowed to go back to school, because you're most infectious, like right when they were coming out, right?
That's right. That's right. But that's how we dealt with it back in the day, Terry. Okay, well, somebody has this disease, go get it from them and get over it.
Yeah, because after you get chicken pox,
you
can't get it ever again.
Right. And Vex coming in, you can't test for COVID. They have to test for the antibodies, and you get antibodies by getting sick with the flu. It's like a sleight of hand. That's very, very true. Very, very true.
It's the same with, I told you guys about the 1 year everybody at work got the flu shot except me. Everybody got the flu shot on Thursday, Friday.
Right.
I didn't. And then I came in Monday and everybody was fucking sick.
Right. In case coming in, Biden's wife and children should be damned ashamed of themselves. Biden has no clue what's happening, but they are evil to stand by and watch him and not intervene. Okay, I believe that you are 100% correct. I feel that in my bones. I believe that this man is facing dementia. I have seen it in my own family with my own grandmother who had the same thing he did. It is pure evil what they're letting this man go through. I don't know what exactly is going on behind the scenes, who the puppet master is, who is the DC of Oz. Why is this going on? However, with that said, at this point in time, I would much rather have a dementia-laden Biden in office than Kamala Harris running the show.
You know what? Like,
that's how badly I think of Kamala.
It's like choosing the lesser evil.
That's exactly right, Terry.
Right? Like down there, especially, at least here, I think we can call an election. We should call an election pretty soon.
Right.
Carolyn, hello. And that's, I guess, the good thing about Canada is we can you know, if enough of us are pissed off, we can,
Right.
you know, it's not every 4 years. Silver, vitamin C, D, and sun kills COVID.
Amen to that. I actually have, Terry, before you go on with anything, I have vitamin C crystals, which is like in 1 teaspoon, one little teaspoon, you're getting 500 times the worth of what you need in a daily dose. I have preached over and over and over again, when you start feeling sick, you overdose on vitamin C.
Yep.
You bring your body to failure on vitamin C. Vitamin C will not kill you. You could drink that whole bottle of vitamin C crystals and it's not going to kill you. Your body has a natural immunity. Vitamin C puts your natural immunity on steroids. The more vitamin C you take, the better off you'll be. And that's actually medically driven. That's from the Mayo Clinic that I looked up. And so, yeah, do those. Find them. You can find them on Amazon, just vitamin C crystals. If you start feeling ill, vitamin C crystals. And Kay coming in, Obama and Clinton.
Okay.
That's right.
And there's a lot of, because actually, like just northwest of town, there's a really big Norwegian population, Scandinavian population.
Sure.
Like there's like the village is called Valhalla, right?
I want to move there.
Yeah, it's actually a village. The town store is kind of creepy, I'll tell you that, but that's where kind of in this area the colloidal water came about, right? Okay. Which is water infused with silver.
Nice.
Which is kind of the same thing. Like, you know, like it's obviously flakes of silver. And I don't know, because I've never used it. I've never used it, so I don't really know how it is. But
hell, I'd try it. I smoke fucking cigarettes. Why not try some silver water?
Yeah, it's just basically water infused with silver. Kendra coming in. I don't wear a mask and I smoke lots of weed. Catfish is my favorite. Just saying.
I make a mean catfish, Kendra. Let me tell you. It tastes like heaven when I'm done with it.
They
and
know
if you're
catfish.
Smoking pot,
no catfish up here.
If she's smoking pot at the same time as eating my catfish, she's going to think she died and went to heaven.
I got two different. I got like a pink and an orange. I got fucking, yeah. And it's already cut up. It's nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you sure the pink packet wasn't meant for Zach? Love you, bro. I love you, man. Zach, you want to shoot up the StreamYard? So if anybody wants to come on and talk about what they want to talk about, you could put them on if you want.
Fuck yeah.
That's okay with me if it's okay with you. Speaking of orange juice, I've been kind of feeling down, so I've drunk like a lot of orange juice today. Vitamin C, vitamin C, vitamin C.
I just do like I said, the gummies.
That's good. Anything that you put in your system that has vitamins.
Yes. Well, it gives you, it's everything, right?
That's right.
Gives you a little bit of everything.
Super beats.
Mm-hmm.
Blood flow, blood flow, blood flow. Maybe we get Super Beats as a freaking sponsor on here. Silver and C and K. That's right. That's right. That's right. Sunlight. Get out in the sun.
That's right.
That's your vitamin D. Right? I believe vitamin D in it.
That's funny because I think it was the government of like Yukon is a territory, right? Right next to Alaska. And the government of the Yukon, because it's fucking dark for 3 months of the year, they put out a marketing ploy that said, you got to get your D. So you know what everybody interpreted that
Yeah.
as. So they retracted that rather quickly, and
Well,
no,
they should.
no, it's vitamin D. Sorry, vitamin D. Vitamin D.
They should have left it up. Get your D followed by the V. I could have spun it. It would have worked well.
That's right. Was it Carolyn coming in?
Ivermectin.
Ivermectin, yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Parasitic infections and viral infections share pathology. Government don't want it to, because they only make $3 a pill.
They're only $3 a pill. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But how much does it cost to make that pill?
Probably 25 cents.
Pretty much. That's why what is it? The U.S. Mint is the most profitable. I think the most profitable business on the planet, because it costs about 3 cents to make $100 bill.
Right. What's even more bizarre, Terry, is how much does it cost to make a penny?
Well, they don't make pennies in Canada anymore.
Well, yeah, they do here. But to make a penny, 1 cent, it costs 1.25 cents.
Yeah, and in Canada, I think it costs about 2 cents to make a 1 cent penny. So they just cut it out, and then people round it up or down.
That's how I prefer it.
If you're paying cash, or if you're paying debit or credit card, you pay to the cent.
Right.
What's
the
up,
over under.
You got something? Oh, goodbye. Oh, Annie's saying goodbye, Zach. Everyone needs to go run an errand. Enjoyed the chat.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Annie. Love you coming in.
And Kay, your stupid phone. Aren't we just talking about technology? There, gal. But hold on, got a manually typed StreamYard. Don't miss the 2 black backslashes, okay? I've done that so many times. I hate technology. It's not your fault, Kay. It's just the way it is.
Absolutely. So if anybody wants to jump in now. Yep. Otherwise, I think we're
getting pretty done. And Kendra coming in and saying my rabbit thumper used to get ivermectin shots for mites. Mites. Interesting. I'm an exterminator. I would have never known that. That's good info. We'll have to use that in the future there. I'm not a medical doctor. I just know how to kill bugs, okay? Unless it's scabies. If you're watching and you're one of my clients and you have scabies, don't ask me to spray you with my spray. Not going to happen.
Carolyn, very cheap. Yeah. They used it in many countries with an antibiotic and steroid cure-all for $3.
Damn. Damn, why can't we have that here? Why is it follow the money?
You always gotta follow the money.
Always gotta follow the money. And that's cool, Sean. I mean, if you want to jump on even after work, if we're still here, just go ahead and jump on. But you being there in the comments is awesome. So we appreciate you
Absolutely.
for doing that. Yep, appreciate you for doing that.
Well, yeah, because right now we've been on a lot longer than I expected to be.
Yeah, ditto. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah, well, it's totally fine.
A lot of fucking awesome talking points for a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Mhm.
And we get to spend time with our boy Zach. That's the big thing that counts to me, is having Zach here and talking with him. We love Zach and all of his midget porn addictions. Zach here and talking with him.
Can't wait to get that fucking pole behind him there.
Dude,
right in front of that, right in front of the bookcase, right in front of the bookcase,
Yep.
beside his window. Put that pole right there, and just then he can let him out of his closet.
That's right, Terry. We are the equivalent to Zach as Alcohol Anonymous is to AA. We are MA, Midgets Anonymous. Oh, with that said, hi Kay. Sorry, you jumped in at the wrong. You jumped in at the wrong time.
I'm pretty damn tall, by the way.
I believe you.
Okay.
I believe you.
Don't worry.
5'3" is tall in a woman's world, so I'm good with that.
What?
Yep.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
5'3" is tall?
Just messing with you, Kay. Just messing with you.
So
5'3" is 5'3" is perfect. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm much taller than that. So COVID, whatever crap. Oh God, don't put me on full screen.
Zach, put her on full screen again.
Crap.
God damn it, it's fine.
So quinine, tonic water with quinine. That's actually, I believe I had COVID twice, in December and in March. And like, I literally thought I was gonna die. It's just pneumonia, guys. It's really pneumonia.
Wow, okay.
I think that's my personal opinion. I'm not no freaking doctor.
No, it's fine.
Hit the channel for medical misinformation or anything.
No, it's fine.
So, but no, and this one, I like it with my vodka, but
Kate, can throw that up there, and Zach, go ahead and put her on full screen with that there, please. There we go.
it's got with quinine, tonic
Quinine,
water,
okay.
quinine. That is, it helps you process zinc. It helps the zinc get into your system faster. So taking zinc, vitamin C. I laid in, at the time, I was living in Pagosa Springs, and I was laid up on that freaking porch like all day long, just in the sun, trying to make myself feel better. But yeah, I did. It felt like I was drowning.
Was it?
Yeah.
Kay, if you don't ask me asking you, how did your lungs feel? Did it feel like it was caving in on you?
Yeah. Well, so it was like similar to like an asthma attack. Like you just like, I couldn't get enough air.
Okay.
And it just burned bad. But, and like I said, and at the time I had actually called the hospital, because I was that bad. And if anybody knows me, I am like I refuse to see doctors, or dentists for that matter. Hence, but yeah, I had finally, after like 4 or 5 days, I called Easy Infidel, actually. That's my best friend, Mark. And he actually convinced me. And the hospital in Pagosa Springs was like, okay, well, you need to quarantine yourself for 14 days. I was like, wait, so you don't want me to come in and take a test? And this was like right when the lockdowns happened. This was the beginning of it all. Yeah, but yeah, just Mark is the one that told me, and he's like, go get yourself some tonic water with quinine and take a bunch of
Zinc.
Zinc's
a beautiful thing. Zinc is a beautiful thing. I mean, not just for COVID. I mean, zinc works.
But I also
everything.
came across this, which is cheap. It's 73 cents at freaking Monopoly Mart.
Monopoly Mart. I love that term.
Well, that's what
it's exactly what it is.
It's funny because none of those stores close, but mom and pop businesses will, because Corona makes a difference between the time and if you're a monopoly company or an honest person.
That's right. True story.
Can't read, I'm so blind. It's too tiny on here.
Airborne. Glad Sean brought up Airborne. That's actually a real good product, because I believe Airborne, Sean, tell me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it's mixed with zinc, vitamin C, D, E, and A.
Yep.
I believe that's what Airborne is all about. And I'll preach vitamin C until I'm dead, but zinc is another vital factor to put in your system when you're starting to feel ill. And when I say you don't want to take it every day, because your body will build an immunity to zinc. When you start feeling ill is when you start taking zinc.
You will know when you've taken too much zinc also.
That's right. That's right. It's called body failure with it as well.
No. You'll will have a foul metallic taste in your mouth if you are taking too much zinc. So there's a lot of people that don't realize, but like cough drops and stuff, they all have zinc in them for the most part. I used to sit there and like eat cough drops all day because I was trying to quit smoking. That worked out real well.
Yeah.
My cigarettes.
Here you can have mine, Kay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I had actually eaten like way too many cough drops, and they were like high zinc cough drops, and my mouth tasted like pennies.
Right. Metallic. It's very, very metallic, and that's what zinc is. It's actually in the table of contents for metallic, but it's a good thing for your body, but only when you get sick. Take it on the onslaught.
It's okay to take a daily supplement of zinc too.
Yeah, but that's at so low doses. We're talking high doses.
Right.
High doses of zinc doesn't need to be taken every day because your body will build an immunity against zinc.
Take it with quinine, tonic water with quinine, because it helps it actually process in your body.
Herbal remedies. This is something that you folks can do just on your own.
We're in Colorado. We have OSHA. By the way, would not have made it through that freaking entire time without OSHA root.
Barley.
Much rather OSHA root than a Lugera. It's a joke.
Have you had
a Lugera or arugula?
OSHA. No. Have you used OSHA?
I have a couple times. A couple times. Just because my mother is very much into the natural herbal essence of stuff. And she has one little herbal essence jar. It's like oil that you put underneath your tongue when you start feeling sick, and it has everything you want. And it's so nasty. You're like, oh, it's bitter. You do the bitter face, but like 5 minutes later, you're like, oh my God, I'm walking on cloud nine.
Yeah. It's weird because like OSHA like it. I want to say OSHA because that's how it's spelled. I'm like, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
But yeah, OSHA root is it's weird. Sometimes I like the smell of it and the taste of it, and then sometimes you get like a weird piece and it's funky. But like I've actually made it. What I would do is use it in like a soup broth.
Right.
But or just throwing it in a pan and letting it boil and just standing over the pan and breathing that crap in. Oh my god!
Sucking it in. Another thing you guys can look up is
On
that
it raw. It's the best way to get it in you. So
my grandmother
But
was hardcore. Yeah, it's nasty. My grandmother came from Italy, Sicily to be precise. And one of the things that she did is she always had a bottle of vodka with 3 cloves of garlic in that bottle of vodka. And she let that seep for 6 months. Once she starts getting
tincture.
ill, that's right. That garlic and whatever attributes are inside the garlic mixed with that vodka, seeped for 6 months, would cure her ills in 2 days.
Yep. Well,
It's
and you know
bizarre.
what? And you know what garlic is, right? Back to vitamin C.
Vitamin C. There's some other proponents behind it, Kay, that I found out
Yeah.
through Chef Gordon Ramsay, believe it or not.
I'm
I
gonna
used to make
go.
a bunch of tinctures. I haven't gotten into doing any. I used to actually, believe it or not, I used to be super into like prepping, and so I did a lot of canning and tinctures and freeze drying and all that stuff. But
Good.
yeah, my ex ended up with it all. So I went from being the crazy conspiracy wife who was completely ready for the world to end to, and he wanted nothing to do with it. But he sure
His
took
loss.
it when everything came down to it.
God damn it. Sorry to hear about that, Kay.
Yeah. I'm more pissed off about the Harleys.
I would be too.
The
Indians
crazy,
on board?
The craziest thing, any Indians? Asked about Indians. Harleys.
We had built 2 identical bikes, 3 years in the process of building, and it's all old XR. So.
Awesome.
And waited 2 years for the transmission to come off back order and literally was wiring harness, forward controls, and powder coating the tins.
Damn.
And they were going to be rideable.
Damn.
And apparently he sold them to some farmer in Alamos.
Wow. Sorry, guys. My truck is running out of gas. I leave it on battery too long.
What's going on?
It's the battery.
Look, I totally lost what I was going to say. God damn.
I do that a lot. It's called a brain fart.
Yeah, brain fart. Fuck off, Zach.
Oh man, this thing is not wanting to restart. Totally bumming it today. Hardly got any sleep last night. I hardly ever get any sleep. I think too much. I think entirely too much. But and then Zach, I didn't realize that you had gotten kicked off, but you ended up getting back in. Anunnaki stayed on there for a while. Yeah. Oh, I like Anunnaki. He's a good person, and regardless of his faith doesn't bother me. I think everybody gets ripped up and like, silliest stuff, and it's like, you guys don't get it. The whole point is, and to be respectful of one another. That's all. I don't have to agree with each other.
Amen to that,
Absolutely.
Gay. That's all I've ever asked of folks. We don't have to agree, just be respectful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be an asshat, just know I'm going to be an asshat right back.
Amen. Fucking A, I mean.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Terry's
Fucking B.
Terry's point.
Fucking C, D, E, F, and fucking G. It's gonna
Go all
go
the way
down
to
like
Z.
that.
That's
Hey.
right.
Oh yeah, 26 characters. You know,
Well,
if you want,
that's
if
not
you want to be,
politically
if you want to
correct
be
anymore.
cheap, we can go to the Polish alphabet where they don't have
Hey
X
now.
and V. X and V are not in the Polish alphabet, so there's only 24.
Yeah, but you know, it's all about respect.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I've always wanted folks, I want their voices to be heard. If you're going to be a dumbass and we call you out on it, just expect us to call you out on it.
That's right.
But we'll do
Well,
it respectfully.
I tell people this all the time. I'm like, you have the right to be a dick, and I have the right to tell you you're a fucking dick.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
100% through and through.
Yep.
Been there a couple. Hey, I've had people call me a dick. And I actually, thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that was kind of a dick move. I apologize. You know, if people just sit back and listen, every once in a while, you'll learn something about yourself. Terry calls me out all the time for being a dick. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, dude.
Yeah, but I'm a dick too.
It takes one to know one.
That's right.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that. Well, I know that's a very, you know, that's what he. That's the first thing we actually learned, right?
That's right.
Back in the schoolyard, grade 3,
That's right.
4. Takes one to know one.
Right. I know you're right, but what am I?
Yeah.
Fucking Pee Wee Herman shit. No, but the one thing that folks don't understand is that we as conservatives, we take a good ribbing. If I say something stupid, I expect to be called out on it and laugh with you. It's like, yeah, that was a. But if you do that to a liberal, all of a sudden you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe. It's a totally different mindset. It drives me up the wall. It's like, you do that to me, I'm just gonna laugh. Okay, you're right. That was pretty bad.
Right. Well, and I would hope that, like, if I'm doing something that is stupid, I would hope somebody would tell me that, because I mean, how can you fix something if you're unaware?
That's right.
Now, most of the time that I'm a bitch, I full well intend to be a bitch.
Yeah, and with absolutely right to do so.
Right?
You know,
It's
there's a
like,
reason why
only a
you're
couple
going
of
to be.
people that are banned from my channel. I don't know if you caught the replay of that, Terry, but Ed Duke, with that one person, the one that was in the chat making some comments.
Oh, about Zach?
No. Okay, well, it was part of the thing was about Zach, and then the one that was hitting on your daughter.
Oh,
came in
yeah. Zach played
I
that for me. Yeah.
I gave him the chance to get up on the panel. We all called him out. Everybody got on his ass. And, you know, I'm all for freedom and everything else, but one thing you can't be in my world is a fucking sicko pedo.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yeah, I didn't see the comments. Zach played the part where you called them out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Kate. Good job.
Yeah.
Well,
And where you called, yeah.
chat. Yeah, he came into the chat and was like trying to just be like normal, and I'm like, no, pal.
You ain't normal.
And he caught me on a night I was already fired up because of what that person was saying about Zach. So it was just like,
Right.
plus there was other drama going on in the Patriot community, and I was just like, okay, this is enough.
Yeah. And Kay, I'll be honest with you, and me and Zach and Terry had a conversation off screen, and I'm going to bring it up now because I think Zach is okay with it now. He's not a kid. This is a full-grown man. And
Exactly.
unfortunately, we're going to face those liberal trolls. Zach's going to have to face them all of his life. And it's just going to be a matter of, I understand Zach got pissed. That was the first time he actually saw a internet troll on him. But me and Terry's message to him was, dude, it's going to happen again. You know, you're not that what he said. You know, you're worth every bit of life that you are. Take it with the grain of salt. There's going to be trolls. Unfortunately, it's something that him and everybody in the conservative community has to get used to. You know, get used to the trolls. That they're out there for a reason in their own little world, their sick little world. And our message to Zach, you know, Terry and I was, you know, we're sorry you had to see that, but it's going to happen more often than not. Have responses ready.
It is, you know, why they're doing it, Zach. It's because you are so strong, and because you are outspoken, and because they don't understand how somebody who is supposed to have a disability, right, is communicating better than them, and can participate in intelligent conversation better than them.
That's right. That's right. But everybody knows it's going to happen more than once. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not going to be a one time in all thing. That's the only guy that's going to do it. It's just a preparation thing for Zach, in my opinion. You know, we love Zach to death. We will go to battle for Zach on any given day. But for internet trolls, there's no stopping them. They're going to get their word in, and it's just being better than them, rising above their stupidity and showing the world this is why Zach is on this pod, because he knows how to deal with that. He's dealt with it his whole life. This is nothing new, but it's something new on the internet side.
Right.
You know, so Zach's a strong man. He was really upset about it, but I think after Terry and I talked to him, it was a matter of Zach's like, okay, you know, this is something I have to get used to and have a response ready for when those fuckers come up.
See, and I think these kinds of situations only build character. So
that's right.
Well,
that's right.
And Licky, it's not just Duke, Kay, you, myself. It's not just us that got his back. There's a lot more people than that.
Yeah,
that's right. Exactly.
Right.
That's right. So he's not Zach. You're not alone.
Smoke signals if our cell phones are down.
Right. If that's the case, the only people are trolling is when you call on a landline and say, "Is your refrigerator running?" Well, you better catch it.
You didn't really just.
I'm only 43, but I did. I'm sorry. I have to do the dad joke here and there. Okay. I'm only 43, but
my hands are tied.
That's what she said. Oh my God.
I didn't mean to start that. Hey. We got Vex coming in.
Oh. Hello, everybody. Thank you for letting me come on up. Hi. I would have come up sooner. But my refrigerator was running.
Did you catch it?
No, that sucker took a left turn and just. Oh.
God, those fucking left turns.
You live on a hill. You must live on a hill.
I do. Hey, Zach, I'd like to tell you something real quick. There's a lot of people you probably don't even know who will back your butt, man. So you don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You got any problems, you just let anybody know, and we got you.
Exactly.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been listening to you guys for, I don't know, probably about a month or two now. And I was impressed the first day just listening to you guys talk back and forth, because you don't make it overly complicated, and that's a big problem with some of the people in the mass of the public. They don't have that critical thinking, and you have to break it down simply for them. So yeah, I really appreciated you guys talking just like normal people.
That's what we are. We're friends. We were friends. We've talked on Zoom for hours. You know, like,
and it comes
Duke and
across.
myself, Zach and myself. Yeah, and that's what needs to come across. Is you know, just honesty and not you know, our opinion.
Vex, let me tell you something. That was a very, very great compliment you just gave us. In all the conversations that Terry and Zach and I have had, and even with Kay, we don't want to seem like we're above everybody, and we're like the Goodyear blimp, and everybody underneath us is the strings. We want to bring facts and education to people in the way that everybody can understand. And Vex, that was just an amazing compliment. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that.
Mean every bit of it.
That meant a lot. That meant a lot, buddy. That meant a lot.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that will have a show like this, and they'll preach. Now they'll let people talk and everything, but they'll preach. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't need another preacher in my life. There's a whole government full of them.
Thank you. And preachers, to be honest with you.
I wasn't going to go there because, you know.
Hey, I was raised Southern Baptist, so trust me, it's okay if you joke.
Well, I was raised.
I was actually teaching at a Southern Baptist school.
I'll be damned, really.
Ouch.
Every time I tell somebody that,
ouch.
What?
I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
No. You're fine, Vex, dude. That's fine.
Yeah, like it.
That went down quicker than Kobe Bryant's helicopter.
Well, I personally have a problem with organized religions because I saw it as taken over when it began.
Yep. Amen. And I say
think
amen.
That church is between church and God and religion and faith. All of that is up to the individual, and nobody has anybody's experience to be able to tell them who the hell they can worship and how to do it.
Okay, that's called personal conviction.
Absolutely. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Personal conviction. You know, do I love religion? I absolutely do. I think it brings light to your eyes when you're dark in your days. If you need a Bible verse and you look it up and it makes you feel good, you know, that's what the Bible is for. But I'm not saying that the Holy Bible is the only one out there for you. You know, if you want to go to the Quran, or you want to go to the Bible of eschatology or something on that lines, you know, and I'm not a feel-good nature person. I don't believe happiness is all what it should be cracked up to be. But I'm telling you right now, religion has a place in single lives, not everybody's lives, and it shouldn't be forced upon everybody.
Exactly.
It's your own personal conviction, in my opinion. Which is why I haven't gone to church for like 13 years.
Well, and as I've told you and Zach, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious.
Right. Big difference though, Terry. Huge difference.
I consider myself Christian.
I
And
consider
in
myself
the fact that
Christian
I was
too,
raised
and I'm
Christian.
yeah,
There you
I'm
Um,
spiritual, but I'm
I
not
don't
religious. Like,
think that I have the right to tell anybody that my religion is the
no,
only religion,
That's
or
right. Oh,
or
but
nor
Kay,
do
we
I know enough about my own religion to be able to tell you what sect I would fall under, or and that's part of the thing in that rant that I was telling you about, the fleeting thoughts rant.
Sure.
It touches on everything from technology to religion, programming, the over sexualization of our society.
Right.
It's a 10-minute video, and it's
Awesome.
my
I'll have
effort
check it out, Kay.
to get rid of, well, that Facebook censoring everything. But I write better than I speak. So
You and me both.
I'm trying to go get all my rants that I've done and turn them into videos. And
Nice.
I'll tell you what, it is the hardest thing to sit there and try to read that out loud. I'm like stumbling and stuttering. I had to get drunk and
Oh,
go on to my buddy Trailerhood Voodoo Ninja's channel and read it on there and cut it off of that in order to
Right.
be able to do it. Because sitting here in silence, sober, wasn't able to do it without
Yeah,
stuttering. And
because you're able to speak, you're able to write, like you said, you write better than you talk. Although I would defer with your agreement on that. Okay, I think you speak very eloquently, and once you put your thoughts down on paper,
nobody's ever
it's
said
hard.
that about me.
I do. I think you speak eloquently. I also know a couple tactics that you could use, that when you put your thoughts down on paper on how you could put it out of your mouth, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's not that different from what you wrote down.
that's two things.
Mhm.
Come on.
It's something that I've done all my life. Believe it or not, my wife wanted me to publish some. I had about 50 poems that I wrote for her, and she wanted me to publish them. And a publisher actually said, "Look, we want to pick
That's
this
it?
guy up. This is amazing." And Terry's talking to his wife. He forgot to hit mute, so let's make fun of it.
Well, no, I want to talk to you. Hello.
Just to throw back to what we were talking about before, I tell everybody whenever the subject comes up that I'm not a man of scripture, but I know God. And I think that's a huge difference.
Yes.
I went to church when I was younger, but I never got anything out of it because all of it was about telling, stories.
That's right.
Now, the stories were good.
It's up to you.
Right. But I saw all the hypocrisy that is, circling around it, each church that I tried to go to. And that's where I started just going, church is not the place for me.
Right. And Vex, I'm kind of there with you. I mean, I'll be the first person, and I'm not freaking Terry. I'll be the first person to tell you that I do have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and that's on my own time. I don't press that on other people. It's just the way I was brought up. It's the way I believe, and I honestly, I take that in full-heartedly. It's what I call my fire insurance. It doesn't give me a right to sin every single day. It just gives me a little bit of assurance that there is a.
Hang up, or am I going to hang up?
I'm about to change my religion to the Alex religion, which is Terry's wife. Are you going to hang up, or am I going to hang up? That was freaking epic.
That was pretty cool.
But that was. He does it every once in a while. It's okay. But one of the things that we talk about when we talk about religion is I don't want to put religion on somebody. I'm not going to be that one person that says, "Hey, if you don't believe this way, you're going to hell." That's not who I am.
Yeah.
I know where I stand with God. I know exactly where I stand with the scripture. And Terry knows exactly where he stands with Alex. I love you. It reminded me of that fucking scene off of Beer Fest. I miss you.
Here goes my nose.
Oh my god.
I want some of whatever whatever they gave the dog for its foot. Definitely. I need
Working?
some of those sleeping and feel good stuffs.
Oh, shit.
Poor puppy. He's all out.
That's a cute pup, by the way. What's his name? Her name?
This is Bender.
Bender. Nice.
Bender,
Eddie Bender?
as in Futurama.
Yeah, I think so. Either that or they went on a bender. I'm not entirely sure.
Damn. Hey, Kay, just on a personal note, how's your pops and Mo doing?
Good. My dad's swamped at work. I feel bad because I didn't stay, obviously. And I was gonna start helping out at the shop, and then they've got the film crew over there and stuff now. And I guess he's been doing a lot of shit with that. So the shop has been kind of a mess lately, and then yeah, I don't know. But I feel bad I know my dad would give me a job no matter what. And so I feel like giving me a job when he can't afford another employee sometimes. You know what I mean?
Sure. Been there, done that.
So I feel bad taking the job because I'll just go and help if he needs help. I don't mind going. I like hanging out at the shop. I grew up in the shop,
Yeah. Yeah, I could tell you look up to your dad as well. That's freaking awesome.
I love my dad. Yeah,
Seems like a cool dude.
he is.
How tall is your dad, Kay?
Oh shit, 6'6", and yeah.
Jeez, yeah, he looked huge. That was one pot of yours. He's a big man, big man.
Yep, I know. That's why I was. Oh, you should see my sister. Actually, my 16-year-old sister. She lives in Albuquerque, but she is just as tall as my dad.
Holy hell! Wow.
I was like, when I left for Louisiana when I got married, she was only 7 years old when I left. And I came back, she was all short and come back and I'm like, no, I'm not the freak anymore. I'm not the tall one.
Right. I think you said one time, what are you, Kay? You're about 5'6", 5'7"?
I'm 5'8".
5'8". That's right. Okay, 5'8".
Yep.
So that your whole entire family is pretty good size, tall wise.
Yep, except for one sister who's a midget. Zach.
Zach will love her.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
God damn it, Kay, I love you. Zach, what you got, buddy? And if you're giving Kay's sister your number, do it off chat. I'm just kidding. Hit it, Zach.
I met Kay's dad and I have a lot of respect for him.
Nice. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he seems like an awesome man.
What I'd like to do is, I don't know how many of the people that go, I don't know, Zach, what your personal seems how it is kind of on topic, but at the shop they do a men's Bible study.
Nice.
Thinking maybe if that's something that you would be interested in, Zach. I was gonna see who all is, closest to you. It is on Tuesday evenings. I don't know, what kind of schedule you got, but if there's somebody that's going from that area, I figured if you were interested, I'd find out. Because I even go, I'm the awkward one over there. I'm like the chick with everybody at the shop, But yeah, it's all a bunch of bikers and whatever. They all are not what you
Nice.
expect to be at a Bible study, but it's actually really, really good. And they're all from mixed, backgrounds and faiths. So,
Okay, that's what we call fellowship.
yep. And that's all it is.
It's exactly what it is. I've longed for a good fellowship for a long time. I just, in my town, we keep to our own, so fellowship is really null and void anymore, which is sad. I used to be a good fellowship guy.
It's kind of crazy because, like, if a lot of people didn't think the best of our family for the longest time, because my dad was in the MCs, and we've all had our demons and stuff. But it's interesting seeing him go from being in trouble to being like a pillar of the community and stuff. So
Good for him.
I'm definitely proud of my dad for that.
Kay, send a message to your dad from me. Just, I want him to keep doing that and to keep it up and keep up the good work. That's really inspirational for especially somebody like me. I'm kind of in the same boat. I've always been considered the black sheep of my family, but I've always kept to my Bible, my Christian religion. Even though I don't go to church, I haven't gone to church for years. That's really inspirational from your dad. So let him know that I really appreciate that testimony from you about him. That's fucking awesome.
If you're ever, this way too, swing by the shop.
Hey, I'm coming up there this summer.
My dad's always, we'll have to plan something for sure, because my dad has that huge property out there, big, beautiful house. We could have a bonfire.
Let me grill. We could have that cook-off, Kay.
Yeah, I was going to say we could have that cook-off. My dad's got smokers out at the house.
Ooh, that's what I need. You're talking up my alley here. But I was just
definitely going to
talking.
whip your ass at these ribs now.
I don't think so. We'll see, though. I was talking to Zach and Terry. I don't know where Terry went. Terry, if you're listening, get your ass back on. But I was just talking to Terry and Zach. Right, he's talking to his girl. But I actually, one of my maintenance friends that I walk around in my pest control world, he actually has his airplane license, and all I have to do is rent the plane and buy the gas, and he'll fly me wherever I want to go.
No.
And I was like, I want to go to Cortez. He's like, what the hell's going on in Cortez? And I showed him Zach's and yours pod, and he's like, I'll fly you there, no problem. And so I already have a means to go down there without a 6-hour drive from where I live.
Sweet.
So it's going to happen. I told Zach it's happening this summer. Absolutely happening.
Definitely.
And if I get a cook-off with Kay, that's just like extra butter on this cake. When I win, I want accolades.
Oh, when you win. Got a little confident there.
I know I'm confident. Kay, I'm a competition cooker. What do you expect?
Well, I'm just a mom. And I like good food.
that will probably beat me, because mom and good food always wins. I love it. Anyways, guys, you keep this chat on. I'm going to log off. Okay, Vex, thank you guys for coming on. Terry, I don't know where you went, but brother, love you, man. Zach, above all things, I love you, man. All right, we'll see you later. You too, Kay, you too. We'll see you later.
Have a good one.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I have tried, like when Ty and I were in the truck, we were actually lucky enough to, I've actually met Anunnaki when we went through Tennessee. We were supposed to meet up with Joker too. But Joker had some other things going on at the time. And then I met up with some patriots down in Florida. And I think that's like it's nice to have these. Don't get me wrong. It is nice to have the podcasts and stuff and the live streams and the good side of the technology. But it's definitely way better when you actually get to see the people face to face. And
Well, that shows the contrast between real life and net life, doesn't it?
oh yeah. Well, and that's another thing is everybody's got these expectations that, you know, and here's part of the problem, especially with, you know, the disagreements that have been going on amongst the community lately. People have a lot more balls when they're behind this.
Absolutely.
Now, these conversations, half of the things that get said wouldn't be said if they were sitting next to you at the bar.
Oh, that's for sure.
And I try to remember that, like when I say things and I get riled up or whatever, and I play into a lot of this stuff, I try to remind myself, I'm like, if this person was standing in front of me, how would this conversation end up?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people would start rethinking a lot of their words.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, they think that internet life is life. Well,
Oh
I mean, to the point of, you know, they use IRL as an abbreviation
my God.
to, you know, to basically, I don't know, it's more making it solidify into the not real life more than real life.
Irony of saying IRL.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's that type of thing, that it's that type of psychology that people are falling into, where they believe what's on the screen more than they do what's in real life. It's an amazing thing that I've run across many times, and you can't argue with these people because they know better, because they have the internet. Well, they don't realize that they've got the whole wealth of knowledge of the internet, of the planet, on their phones, and don't even use it.
Nope. No. I forget what speech it was too, but there's I'm not sure if it was one of Kipler's or anyway, he says one of the things in there, it says it's a shame that we spend so much time, or that we get more pleasure from looking at the photos of an event and talking about it than we actually did the events now. Yeah. And that's something that like stood out to me. I heard it like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty profound, because I mean, we live in this world where it's like everything is so grandiose, and you're just so excited to share with everybody that wasn't there, that you didn't even enjoy being there.
Right. It's like you're at something that happens, like we'll say somebody's getting beat up in the street. People will pull out their phone instead of help, because they go, this will get me views. They don't understand that there's somebody that's bleeding on the street.
Right. Yeah, those whatever the World Star, those videos make me so angry. And I can't I don't understand who is the asshole holding the camera and not doing something.
It's not even their fault anymore, because that's the first thing they think of, because they've been trained that way. People, it's all that superficial culture that's, well, actually, I'll go even deeper. It's prison culture that's being pushed onto the masses.
Yep.
Prison culture is death.
Yep. Yeah, this is actually, this is what I've been on about in all my rants and stuff lately, is just how fucked technology and government and all this programming has made our society. We're just, I mean, we already are mindless zombies for the most part.
Right.
Everybody just does what the rest does.
Zach, are you holding up your hand to say something?
Oh shit, sorry, I'm blind.
Okay, so I just need to get something off my chest. I'm sorry, I need to say my piece about this. Please quit having this division in this patriot family. I saw a video this evening that really disturbed me, and I just don't like how this one person uploaded a video that he snapped at the other person and didn't go directly to the specific person to confront them. I'm not saying names, but we need to quit this shit and come together. Nuff said. Just needed to say this because I love this Patriot family and I don't like the backstabbing shit. Enough with this childish shit. Grow the fuck up and come together for fuck's sakes.
Absolutely.
Part of that problem.
I remember when you said that the first time, and I agree with you completely.
Unfortunately, part of the problem is all this stuff that's been happening, well, fairly recently. People have lost hope, so they're kind of lashing out. Since I put in air quotes, basically kicked Trump out of office, then everybody's kind of lost hope, saying basically we're screwed. So they've kind of been lashing out at everybody around them at every little thing. It's the same thing that happens in a family when you have one person who's in a bad mood. It makes everybody go into a bad mood. And right now, everybody's in a bad mood. Now, if everybody just realizes they're in a bad mood and it'll pass, then we'll be all fine. Now, take a breath, everybody, just like Zach says. Take a breath and grow the fuck up. We'll get through this.
I'm not super into those like spiritual hippy dippy whatever mindfulness videos and stuff like that. I just usually can't get into it. I came across this lady recently on Facebook, and she's talking about the human consciousness, and it actually was really interesting to listen to. I mean, I probably would never sit and listen to any of her other stuff, but this one little snippet that I happened to catch, I think I might have needed it. I don't know. But, she's talking about like how everybody, is waking up in these last couple of years to, our government screwed us. But like, she's talking about, do you allow yourself to let that like affect your conscious and your being and your outward projection towards people and things around you? I don't know. I'll send I'll put the link in the comments on the chat here in a minute. So I'm going to check it out in a second. But it's actually pretty good. I actually re-uploaded it. I'm not sure if I'd put it on library or one of those damn platforms I'm on.
Yeah, from what I understand, you got plenty of stuff that you're putting stuff everywhere. So, yeah.
I don't even know anymore. With the new phone, I was like, wait, passwords. Crap. I don't even know what sites I'm on anymore.
I kind of went through the same thing with my PC went down, and I'm on a laptop now. So I had to kind of go, oh, crap, I got nothing on this laptop.
And relearning everything. I'm like,
yep.
It's so used to one device and having it set up that way.
Yep, exactly. Oh, Kay, I put a comment in the private chat for you. If you want to take a look at that for me.
Cool.
Yeah, the society now, I mean, you have to admit that the globalists have done a hell of a job on playing upon our fears and the mass, stupidity of the people, not knowing their individual rights and all that stuff. If you don't know, then you can't defend yourself. So you have to learn what your rights are and be able to stand up to them. Most people don't even realize one little simple thing, as far as the DMV and all that type of stuff goes. It's a bluff.
Yep.
It's a fucking bluff.
Oh,
you don't have to pay for your tags. Only commercial vehicles have to.
My state's open carry, or you can't still carry in my state. I'm like, well, do you live in the United States? Because as far as I know, my Constitution protects it.
Yeah.
Wherever the fuck I am.
Do you have your concealed carry permit? Yeah, it's my Constitution.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. They've been playing upon our fears and lying to us. Well, actually, I can't say that. They haven't been lying to us, but they have not told us any truths.
Mm-mm.
They tell us their truth, but not the real truth. You know,
Right.
something I tell something. I run into somebody here in my town, and tell them something as simple as that, and they look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, "What? You don't know? Hey, how about you check out 18 U.S. codes? I mean, those are the
And-
rules that they
But
must
even
follow."
if you get them to read it, I've literally had this issue where people in my everyday real life, they're like, yeah, they're upset about stuff. They're like, oh, they hate the mask stuff, but they do it anyway just because. And it's like, and on other issues too. And I'm like, with the vaccine, the issue of the vaccine came up the other day. And I just happened to recently read the, latest Microsoft and AT&T patents that came out. And I was trying to explain that to them, and they were like, "You're crazy. They'll never do that. That's like sci-fi future." Like, they just don't fucking believe it.
Yeah, they don't realize that was sci-fi 20 years ago.
Exactly.
Now it's real.
Yep.
One of the things that drives me crazy is just the unwillingness to take that step and think a little bit further. And that ability has become mainstream culture to
Well, the
not
path of
see the
least
reality. What's that?
Everybody's choosing the path of least resistance.
Yeah, it's easier to watch the Kardashians than it is to watch Newsmax.
Right.
I mean, it's better to be entertained than actually have to think for a second. I mean, oh, that kind of stuff just drives me crazy. I can't stand stupidity. Now, willful stupidity.
I think I've seen actually a couple of your videos, Vex, and I honestly, like, I've got so many people, like, I just randomly do it whenever I get like, and but yeah, I definitely, now that you've said something, I'm gonna make sure I add your link to my list, and I'll probably do a live either tomorrow or tonight. But and anytime you're getting ready to put out a video or anything, I don't get anybody's notifications.
Yeah.
I literally will get notifications from and Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I don't know the hell.
Yeah,
All of my
algorithms.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't like the fact that I go and, like, restream. Apparently, there's a lot of people that don't like that, because have you seen the comments on those? Those are fun. Like, people say like crazy shit, and I'm like, okay, sorry guys, I'm doing what I can. No, the best quality video. You're supposed to watch the video. I'm giving you a link to go watch somebody else's video.
Right. Yeah.
But you got your Nancy's and Karen's going, I can't hear, I can't see. What is this? Read.
Well, so far, I don't have a lot of trolls on my channel yet. I'm looking forward to it, though.
Oh, well, I guarantee you, the second I post your link, you will.
Oh, I'm sure. I've been in on other channels that you promote and stuff like that. I get it. But basically, I'm going to start focusing on National Assembly, more importantly, Missouri Assembly stuff.
Definitely,
And
that's cool.
yeah, anybody from Missouri, get in contact with me any way you can. I'm at vex@post.com.
From Missouri.
Oh, there's Missouri people everywhere.
Do you know who Wizard of Oz is? Emerald City Wizard of Oz?
I've seen the name, but I don't really know him.
Okay. He's up there, in Missouri. And he's actually, like, off the grid and everything. Really good guy.
Gotcha.
I'll leave you his channel link on your comments or something.
Excellent.
So, yeah, I don't know if you might have heard, like, throughout the community that Sick Pat passed away. They had a channel together. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, this side of the Patriot channel, like I said, I've been I about the same time I started listening to Zach and you, as I started listening to that whole not that whole side, but got into a different area of community, a different circle. So I'm still learning who everybody is.
I'm like, yesterday I was supposed to have a live. I was shooting for 5 o'clock. Well, as we know, I suck at that. And I didn't end up going live till like what, 9? And I really wanted what is his name now? It's Liberty Williams, I think. And then Freedom Incorporated. Really want to get them in on the conversations, because I don't think I've seen them on any of the or anything, but I really like what they have to say. I'm constantly just searching for more people to connect with each other, and that's my goal.
Well,
so.
I'll give you another channel to check out, although he just got banned for a week. Chase the Patriot, if you haven't heard of him.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, actually, that's actually one of the first Patriot channels I ever watched on YouTube. Like back when American Joe used to do his channel, it was like American Joe, Knight's Armory, Pete the Patriot, Chase. Yeah, I'm
a mod on his channel from the beginning. I've been trying to push him as far as I can.
Cool.
One of the things I like about him is he's a teacher.
Contact him. You are welcome to let him know that, like, I tell everybody this. My channel is open. Even if I can't be there to host it, I will give you the StreamYard logins, the code. And people who are banned especially are more than welcome to stream on my platform. Like, I don't care.
As a matter of fact, I was kind of doing the same thing with Chase since he got banned. I wrote him an email saying, hey, if you want to do your show, you tell me and I'll stream you. And I've been telling that with Sean and a bunch of other people too. Any of you guys have something to say and you need somewhere to do it, contact me. I'll do a show.
Yep. Same. And if I can't do it because I've got too much crap going on, I will give you the means to do it on my channel.
Exactly. And it's something as simple. If you don't want me involved with the show you want to put on, which Chase the Patriot does that. He does his own self-contained show, and he does call-ins and stuff, but he does his own self-contained show, and I doubt he would want me up there blabbering on, interrupting him and stuff like that. So I can put him on screen and basically have him do his show just through me as a proxy.
Right. Yeah, restreaming them pretty much.
Yeah,
that's what I try to do with everybody, like, to send people to their channels. A lot of the time I go in and I ask them, most people that I restream, I don't even ask them anymore because they already know that I'm going to do it for them. But like, if I happen to like walk in on somebody's live and I like what they have to say, I'll be like, hey, can I restream you? And, just send people your way.
Absolutely.
And I don't understand the censorship amongst each other thing.
That goes into the fear.
Those channels that are like, don't do this and don't, and I'm like, you have to be, I personally, if I'm telling you, you can't promote your channel on my channel, then I must be really insecure and I must think you're 10 times better than me or something, because like, why would you, people are going to go where they want to go anyway.
The cross population alone would help.
Exactly.
If nothing else, it's somebody that hasn't heard it before and says, oh, you like that too? Well, let me check that out. I mean, that's how everybody learns about all the different channels on YouTube and every other place.
Well, and a lot of places, like most places right now, like if I don't have a wrench in somebody's room, more than likely you don't see my comment, or I've had, and we've tested it, in channels that I'm not a moderator, but I know the moderators in channels, and it will hold my comments for review. And it could be simple as, hey guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you've already
And
been flagged because of your connection.
oh, I forgot to tell everybody. I gotta do a video about it. So I did a internet search background check on myself. I am on the terrorist watch list, apparently.
Well, yeah.
I was like, yeah, it pops up like a big flag thing. Yeah, it was interesting. And I've done this quite often, searching just because I'm waiting for something to post a legal document. But anyway, yeah, so I search often, and coming across that, I was like, okay, well, I did this like 4 or 5 months ago. So I'm assuming it must have been the one that got me banned on YouTube. It's maybe got me flagged elsewhere. I don't know. That's that social credit score for you.
Yeah, I don't even know what my credit score is. I'm sure it's
I
pretty
had a
low.
great credit score until my divorce.
I would say
I
one
had
of the things.
803 2 years ago.
Yeah, one of the things that's kind of kept me under the radar is from the beginning of me getting on the internet, I never used my real name. I've never used any real information about myself. So that's kind of the way I've been roaming around the internet for the past, I don't know, however long the internet's been up. So
Right.
I'm kind of lucky in that regard. They kind of look at me and go, "Is he? I don't know." You know, so
Right.
yeah, even on Facebook, I never even used my real name.
Yeah. See, and I hadn't had a Facebook for 10 years. I actually my Facebook I got when I left my husband in December of 2019. So I really haven't even been on the thing very long, and they just don't like that I like patents and I like posting patents.
Well, one of the great things about YouTube for all these globalist pieces of shit is that it combines a bunch of people together where they go, "Oh, we know where to find you."
Right.
And yeah, it's great to use their own tech against them, but you know you're putting yourself out there on the front line when you do it.
I think I would rather do that though, because they're collecting it on, and I haven't seen his channel in a long time, but I don't know how many people will agree with me on this. Some people don't know anything at all about directive energy weapons, but there is a guy, and I feel terrible for him. He actually has gone to the point now where he live streams himself 24/7 to prove to people that he's not, losing it, because he's telling people things. And at first, I honestly I get the directive energy weapons stances. Like, there's a lot of different levels of that.
Yeah.
But what they're doing with him, is like with the tones and the waves and everything, I guess, are actually affecting him. And I completely, I don't know.
Well,
I had no idea about any of that until I started watching, actually, Dana Ashley. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her.
You have to understand that the more frequencies that are put out in the ether, from each cell phone, from each cell tower, even from just radio broadcasts, it affects us. Frequencies affect us just the same way as the sun goes through the cycles. It affects us also. The moon going around the earth affects us. The Jupiter, getting hit by an asteroid affects us. I mean, we are all intertwined with everything in the universe. We are just a small part of it.
Mm-hmm. And we run on frequencies ourselves, and there is going to be interferences.
Lots of interference.
He's interfering. I want those sleeping pills, okay?
Oh, you need to go onto InfoWars store and get their knockout.
I know. They're always sold out. When I have the money to do it, they're
Oh, they just
always
came
sold
in.
out.
They just came up with a new product, a new formulation of it. Check it.
Yeah. What is that one? The
Down and Out.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Yeah. Cool.
It's
Yeah,
reformulated.
I honestly haven't been watching InfoWars since the 6th.
Well, InfoWars is kind of tough to get information from anymore just because Alex Jones is always ranting and raving instead of giving out the information. Which I
Well-
understand. It keeps people listening, but I don't want to hear ranting and raving and name calling. I want to hear information.
Yeah, see, I was pretty upset about the whole David Knight situation. And then the 6th also, like, that it really bothered me. I don't know if are you in the Hangouts, Vex? Are you in the Hangouts chat?
No, not to my knowledge anyway. Is that what it's called, Hangouts?
Yeah, it's Google Hangouts.
Oh,
We were using that as a way to circumvent YouTube's lack of notifying people about people's uploads and streams. It's kind of died down since. I don't know why exactly, but
that's because it's
it
Google.
was very busy around the time that the Capitol incident happened. And
it's Google. They don't want the truth coming out. I mean,
you had people in there literally talking about, on the 6th when it happened, everybody was talking about what happens, if we were to go into civil war, or things like that. And people were having really interesting conversations and deep conversations. And I think that's kind of what set off the triggers. I'm not sure.
Almost like they were planning, but not planning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's going to get you in trouble anyway, because that's called a conspiracy.
Right. Well, but it was nice because for the longest time, we didn't have the issue because Google Hangouts was a closed invitation type chat.
Right.
It was like, it wasn't just something that people were frequenting and like passing through to report.
Not like YouTube. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So it worked good for a while.
We've been using Discord basically to promote like YouTube live streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just recently got Telegram to discuss with the Missouri Assembly, different things. So I don't know if you've considered those.
Yeah. So actually, I got started. The way that it was actually, I was on YouTube first because mind you, I didn't have any social media. Then I discovered Discord, and this is about 3-4 years ago. And this is when we still had the ability to post links and stuff without a wrench and all this. So I actually used to go, I would sit in on all these InfoWars chats, and we had made like, communities like we do now, but then they would knock the channel down. And this is before they took Alex they were taking Alex off of YouTube way before they said that they were.
Oh, of course.
But so I had started a Discord server when I found it, and I was like, dude, this is awesome because I wanted to have really, good conversations with people. And then I would also go sit in the Fox chats. I don't know if any of you are familiar with like the old Fox live streams, like Gramps House and Juju and all that.
Vaguely.
But I used to go and once I made the Discord server, I called it chat poaching because I would go and I would sit and I would wait and, wait for somebody to actually say something that wasn't just like, I don't know, I get sheepish. And I'm like, oh, hey, well, come over to the Discord server. And we would have these huge debates. But then I actually, and I guess it's pretty rare for Discord, but once my server hit 300, I luckily I had 8 mods, I believe, that had full admin powers, like just like an owner. But they hit all of us at once and disabled our accounts.
Yeah.
So we were left with a server that we had no control over. And we had one person that was still able to assign roles and do everything. And you know what? He actually moved my entire server. He just started a new server. I kind of got discouraged because I've gone through 6 different Discord accounts. And they never ban me, outright ban me. They disable, or they just don't let me post or log in, or verify. And it's funny how it works. It'll like let me post for 2 weeks, and then it's like, oh, they caught that it's the same person, and it asks me to verify, and it won't let me use any phone number. I've tried to use family numbers, cell phone numbers. It doesn't work.
Yeah, that's that AI learning.
Yeah. So I have been actually on the Discord again lately. And thank goodness. I mean, Carnivore literally, my server was big. It's got a lot of channels and a lot of it used a lot of traffic. Kind of died down after the whole thing, but he moved all the channels over and everything, and has made it. I mean, it's pretty busy over there again. I got to download that on this phone too and figure out how the hell I get back in there. So.
Yeah, we went ahead and set up a Discord server for National Assembly for all 50 states, so that basically people can get together and you know, trade news and keep up with basically the National Assembly site also. Plus, plus we got another one who's like I'm tripping over words too, but it's intro to the assembly, basically where you can come in and learn more and basically learn more about the assembly and our rights and all that stuff. So I've been wanting to promote that as much as possible.
So I'm assuming then, like, you work with Ricky and Striker and all that.
Yeah.
Cool. And I know I've seen your videos. I'm just trying to place it in my head. I see so much stuff.
Well, I've been kind of I've kind of stepped back from making videos for quite a while and kind of stayed away for a little bit just because of a lot of different upheaval and basically coming at it from a different angle. So I'm basically just now getting back into the swing of it. I haven't been completely gone, but I haven't been making videos. So yeah, I'm trying to line up people to more or less interview and basically, I don't know, just teach people all I can about the rights that they should already know about, you know, through just daily life.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I grab your link here in a little bit, and I'll
I can put it in a private chat, can't I?
Yeah, with the.
Okay.
Oh, let me see if I can. Yeah, actually, yeah, do that. Because then as I'm leaving the stream, I'll click on it before I leave.
Gotcha.
I'm on a phone right now, so.
I'll wrangle up my Discords too.
Cool. Are you in my Discord?
I don't think I am.
Okay.
I got Zach in one of my Discords.
Well, Zach, I'll have you shoot him the invite, because I don't even have a way to get to the invites right now, and I know that Carnivore's been doing like 7-day ones. I think the one I have is expired. So
That first one's my YouTube.
okay, cool.
And I'm just not really used to my little bitty screen on my laptop, so I got to move everything around to get to everything.
I've literally had people offer to buy me reading glasses because I'm over here and I'm like staring. They're like, I swear, if you buy reading glasses, I'll pay for them. Just so I
Yeah.
don't have to see you squinting at the screen anymore.
Yeah, I would suggest you go ahead and get some glasses. If nothing else, contact something you can throw on to read.
I
Because
won't
these
wear
screens
them.
will. You should, though. You should.
I know. I actually used to wear glasses. I just
You can.
I stopped wearing them when I got pregnant with my son. They gave me a really bad headache, and the prescription. I needed a new prescription. I'm sure. I just never. I was like, nah. I never went back. Hey, but I've taken driving tests and stuff since then. So and eyesight tests, and I can wing it. I'm not saying that I can see shit, but I don't know. I guess I got lucky. But I don't have to have, you know how like on your license they say if you have to wear glasses, if you can't pass that test without your glasses, if you get pulled over, ticket your ass.
Yeah.
So
You can also fight that.
right. Well, but people, it's just so it's easier not to. It's easier to just pay the damn ticket, and it's unfortunate. Again, with the path of least resistance.
Yeah, but it's so much fun to make the judge look at you and go, "Damn it!"
Right.
Because you can go, Your Honor, I've heard of this thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb, but I've heard of this thing where no victim, no crime. It's called common law. So if you could point out the victim here that's wanting to charge me with whatever you want to charge me with, I'd be happy to discuss that with that person. Well, it's the state who's done. Well, the state can't be a victim, Your Honor.
Right.
So, as a matter of fact, you don't even have jurisdiction if I don't pass these gates here to cross into maritime law, because that's what you're operating under, Judge. It's maritime law. It's not common law or the people's law. It's offshore. It has nothing to do with us, and it goes back to the crown.
Yep.
So you are actually enforcing the laws of the crown, not of the people.
Yeah, de facto government.
Yeah, judges don't like it when you bring that shit up, but they can't do a damn thing about it, because if they go against you on it, you can sue his ass.
Right.
Each day that you are locked up against your rights, you can actually get paid for it.
Yeah, I've been trying to think about, I want to do something different with my life, and I've been actually considering different, vocational schools and stuff like that. But I think I am going to go ahead and take, the constitutional courses and
Hillsdale?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, good place.
So
Also,
I think I'm going to go for that finally.
if you really want to get into it, Black's Law Dictionary, get it.
Okay, cool.
Black's Law Dictionary. It's awesome. And also check into your 18 U.S. codes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I think Ricky might have told me about that. I've heard of
Probably.
This.
Well, I would encourage you, Kay, instead of maybe going in the way of studying law and stuff like that, study the assembly, because everything that is in the law books right now is all bullshit. It's all been piled on top of the Constitution. It's been smothering the Constitution for years, step by step. So everything that they're doing now, all that Biden's doing right now, is all bullshit. He has not the authority to do what he's doing. None of these people who are in office right now. I'm sorry?
The guy doesn't even know what he's doing. And I don't know if you saw what I said earlier. His wife and his fucking children need to be ashamed. Because how can they stand and watch that man deteriorate? Like, he's falling apart. And they're allowing them to freaking string him along. And that just makes me mad. Like, I don't like the guy, but holy fuck, I feel bad for him.
Well, that's the apparent contrast between the type of people we are and the type of people they are. They don't give a rat's ass about him. As long as he does what he's supposed to do and stands up there and he's a good little puppet, then they don't care. Now, when it becomes apparently too bad to where they can't cover up for it, then they're going to bring in President Kamala, and that bitch is illegitimate from the beginning.
All I know is just expect another 8 years of Obama, except for now they're going to ramp it up because they got away with it.
Yeah, and what most people don't understand is all the stuff that they're ramping up right now, they're not allowed to do. And they cannot enforce it without lying to everybody. And that's what they're doing exactly.
But if everybody just goes along with it, then...
And that's the bluff. And that's the bluff that everybody's been under. It's the same thing as traffic tickets.
That's why I tell everybody, quit fucking complying. Oh, it's the law with the mask thing, okay? One, even if it was a law, fuck that. And two, it's not a law. It's a mandate.
All right, let me explain this real quick. The deal with our government right now is, it used to be they would go to the people and they would talk to the people and say, or the people would come to them and say, we're concerned about this. We'll just call it X. Right. We're concerned about X. And then the politician would go, okay, X is on our agenda. Let's go look into it and do this and do that and do that. And then do it. And then they would put it on a ballot measure for the people to approve. And then it would, either pass or fail and then go forward. Nowadays, it's starting in the offices of our Capitol buildings. It's starting there. It's not coming from us. It's not coming from we the people. And that's the whole big deal right now. They are not listening to us. They're doing whatever they want. I mean, the perfect example is all our governors doing these fucking rules. Well, he can't do these rules because he doesn't have the fucking authority to do it. But he's bulldozing everybody, just like everybody else is. We're being bulldozed, and all we have to do is stand up and say fuck off, and they have to.
Right.
That's it. Now I put it real short and to the point, but that's the mission of the National Assembly.
Right.
To bring the governing back to the people the way it was meant to be. Now, and entails in that everything that's been.
There's going to be enough people that do that. Do you think it's actually going to happen? Because
it's already
I'm totally
happening.
with you on it, but
it's already happening. Okay, most people don't understand the Organic Act of 1871, where the Crown basically came over and turned our country into a corporation.
Right. No, yeah, I get that.
Okay, the reason why I say that is the National Assembly sent a letter to the President of the United States, who was Donald J. Trump at the time, and said, we authorize you to basically nullify the Organic Act of 1871. And you know what happened? He went over to England and met with the Queen. Okay, one of the things whenever a foreign person meets with the Queen and stuff like that, they go out and look at everybody, they make the big appearance and walk out there, and usually the Queen goes first, and then the visiting person would follow the Queen out. It's very formal. And what happened this time was Trump led the way out. That was to signify that the Queen had no more power over the United States. He walked over there and said basically, Queenie, you ain't got no power over us anymore, so you better stop it. And that was signified by her walking as behind Trump, and Trump going out and inspecting the troops.
Right.
Now that is huge. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly enough, but it is huge.
Sorry, I'm trying to plug in this mouse so I can actually be able to look at the chat without squinting at the phone.
Another thing that was done relatively recently was sending an order to Trump saying that the troops had to be trained in a certain way. Basically sending the president an order to I'm messing up my words here. It was to basically give a new parameters for the military to follow in training.
Okay.
Okay. One of the things that people have to understand right now about our military is we actually have two separate militaries right now. And
Yeah,
that's kind of
agree
scary.
with you.
Yeah, that's kind of scary, but it's true. There is basically, if you want to put it simply, there's an evil military and there's a patriot military.
Right.
And most of the patriot military are kind of off to the side and kind of staying out of the way, while we'll just call it the normal military is basically being slowly taken over by soy boy bitches.
Yep.
And that's why, yeah, that was the whole thing with the Capitol and them bringing in all those troops. And then all of a sudden they had to go through tests to figure out if they were the right types of troops.
Mm-hmm.
They were bunkering themselves because they were seriously afraid that patriots were going to go, oh, bullshit, this is bullshit, and we're going to burn the whole house down. Because there's a chance that was going to happen. Luckily, most of the people who were involved with at the Capitol were, in my opinion, which may not even be right, but in my opinion, they were kind of duped.
Right.
They were let in.
Quite a bit of people there.
Yeah, Zach?
I put the Act of 1871 in each of my podcast's descriptions so that way other people can restream any of them without Screwtube striking them.
Right on, man. Right on.
Hell yeah.
That's where I tell a lot of people to start and whenever they're learning about the power that we the people have. Is it all stems back to 1871. If they can grasp the understanding of how we were so devastated as a country after the war that England made a deal with us, which wasn't really a legit deal because it wasn't brought to the people. It was just done by the leader at the time. You see what I mean? So yeah, the Organic Act of 1871 is a phenomenal place for people to start looking because it gives them, it allows them to look at something in a different way than what life has taught them to look at it. They understand that the difference between corporation and real government. They understand that they'll come to understand that it's the counties that have the real power that tell the state what to do, and the states tell the federal government what to do. Now,
I wish more people would understand that and quit worrying about the bigwigs and start smaller, because that's where it really actually makes a difference.
Well, it's one of the things, in order to help people understand that, I try and get people to all the stuff that they're doing to put stuff over on we the people. It's all illegitimate, and it makes no difference what they say. It's all illegal. Well, unlawful, I should say. And yeah,
It's Janet.
yeah. Unfortunately, we have an uphill battle as far as it comes to getting people to understand this stuff, because they've been taught not to think. So we have to teach them how to think again.
But for me, I feel like even the thinkers they're aware, they just don't give a shit.
Either that or they don't quite understand. Now, they may be thinkers and they may be highly intelligent, but they've been indoctrinated. I'll give you a perfect example. Doctors. Okay, most people know what the problem is with our colleges and stuff, right? Everybody's fully aware they're being, indoctrinated in those colleges and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all of them. What most people don't realize and draw a line to is they took over the medical colleges first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, everything that these doctors are being taught, now, these people are very intelligent people, but they're absolute morons when it comes to health. How does that happen? I've schooled my doctor, I don't know how many times. I'm sorry, I stepped over you.
No, I'm sorry. I was just saying I agree with you fully.
Gotcha. Well, and these doctors think they have the apex of knowledge on medical stuff because they, spent all their years in school memorizing books that were changed by globalists. So they don't know. I went in and I wanted to talk to my doctor about basically finding out what I was deficient in as far as vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. And the conversation got into a bunch of stuff, but it came to a point where I was instructing him on the benefits of iodine. This is a doctor who's been practicing for a long time, who doesn't understand that your body needs vitamins and minerals to regenerate itself.
Matter of fact, they think it's toxic.
Exactly. And it is. If you take it straight out of the ground, that stuff will eat through a bulldozer. But if you put it in with other things and bind it with certain elements, then you can actually take it internally. I've been taking iodine internally for about 4 years now. I've never been healthier.
Yeah, I think it's been, since 2016 is when I started doing iodine.
Yeah.
And I have not been doing any of my supplements lately because I've kind of let life get a hold of me lately. But when I do take my supplements, I feel so much better. And iodine is like my number one. Iodine and silver are my go-to, and then vitamin C, zinc.
And for all of you out there who would like to get a hold of some silver and maybe having a hard time finding it, Just Another Channel actually sells nano silver for a good price, and you can get a good amount too for a good price off of his site. It's called Hi Ho Nano Silver, and it's awesome. I just bought another one. Anunnaki, welcome.
Hi.
Just giving you all the shout out, Zach, my man. What That was a badger.
Sorry, I left you guys.
Vex, Kate.
What's up, brother?
Sexy Janet Doyle. Thermite 911.
Terry and I talked, and
everybody
we
in the
really
chat.
want to do a
How about
podcast.
Oh, Zach was saying something.
Actually, Terry and I talked, and we really want to do a podcast that goes over the Bill of Rights and the Constitution.
Well, then maybe I should have you guys on my show, and we can just do a whole big banger on it.
Yeah.
I'll restream it.
That's a good idea.
This is what I want to put my show towards, is basically teaching people the rights that they should already know.
Yep. I'm with you on that. I will definitely let me know when you guys want to do anything like that, and I will restream it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it on like Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of thing.
Cool.
But I haven't got anything nailed down quite yet. That's why I was telling everybody, hey, if you want me to stream for you, I'll host you. Same with you, Anunnaki. You want to go live sometime? Contact me. Vexitpost.com.
Okay. I want to concentrate my efforts on children.
That'll work.
And I will teach them the way how we artists, real artists, not those fake ones here, like, how did you do this? I didn't do. Those are not artists. Those are a bunch of wasted skins, they're potheads, and
hey, now
you should see their works, man. I mean, it's absolutely. Where's the message? What message? It's art. I'm like, that's not art.
Man, don't talk bad about potheads now.
No, they are wasted skins, my friend. They think smoking pot, doing cocaine, and all that stuff, and going wild makes you an artist. That's not how it works.
Well,
You
that's
know,
not everybody though.
not an art is like it's a holy field. It's a field. It's very holy, untouchable, and we artists consume our entire lifetime just to deliver the ultimate message to the human race, to humanity. That's our job.
Artist
It
is a,
takes our
being,
lifetime. Yeah.
being an artist is a form of communication from the spiritual to the physical.
Yeah.
You name
I
it. Being an artist is being a messenger who can connect through objective and subjective and mix them together. What I see is what I see the way it is, not the way it appears. Most people don't see it the way it is, and when I see it the way it is, I contemplate out of it and bring it as a subject. I paint the information as a visualization of those information, and then I throw it on all ages, from oldest to the youngest.
Speaking of which,
To make it
did you
happen
send
is to
those?
make them all understand it at the same time. Yes.
You sent those?
What?
The paintings that you had talked to
Oh,
me and
yeah, those two. Yeah, I got the address. Haven't
uh-huh.
sent them yet. I've been catching up with my dues. I've been off for the last year, and when the shit hit the fan, I lost a lot of money, and I've been behind. So now that I got a job, I'm coming back. So there is you and Ty. There is Lisa B. There is Renee Vester, and there is Laura. That was Starkey Talk, if you ever remember her. She's a funny as hell. And who else there is? That's basically it for now. And then there's Janet Doyle. She wants to go. I have to go and meet her too. And then from there, probably we're gonna swing to Lisa B because we gotta help her. She needs legs. So
Yeah.
we've been saving and we've been working hard to get Lisa B, anything for now. Just anything that drives so she can take care of her husband.
Yep.
You know, that's basically it. But yeah, I got the address. He gave me the address, and I'm gonna send those. I got another picture of. I drew this was here in Tennessee like 7 years ago. It's a statue of Jesus Christ coming down, becoming alive, and it's holding a baby, a child, a dying child, so he can take him with him to heaven.
Oh,
And it's a
wow.
graphite. Yeah, that one is going for Renee Vester. It's a gift for her. You've
Whoa.
seen those. I showed to you and Ty.
Yeah.
So those two are
Yes.
going to his address. If you want
Cool.
yours, you're gonna have to go and claim it from him.
Uh-huh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I knew there was gonna be a catch. No, I'm just kidding. I still gotta go get my pew pew from there. So
Yeah, you guys are.
and we're not on bad terms at all.
I
quite
don't
the
know.
opposite.
You should go and talk to him. And I'm not gonna interfere into that matter. That is not my business. Zach, how you been, man? I missed your ass. We had great fun yesterday with Persian Pete. Salam aga.
Oh yeah, your guys' New Year.
Yeah, it was his New Year, and he's celebrating it now. He's probably drunk as hell. Yeah, or he's getting raped by his wife. Come here, boy. Where do you think you're going? Oh no, Mama, please. Shut up. Lay down in the bed. Put the handcuffs on him.
Oh my god.
You still got those handcuffs I bought you?
Oh my god, you know it's so funny. Hold on. Where is it? My sister totally tried to steal them.
I hate your
Look.
sister. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I'm
Still
so
got-
glad you still got them. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I'm sorry. That's at least I could gift you because it was a rush, man. You guys stopped by far away from me, and I had.
I
to
was
drive
just glad
over.
that we were able to actually meet up and hang out, and I was thankful for that. And to be able to, well, I mean, you guys had coffee, I had whiskey, but you took a shot, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I
Joker's
did.
like, oh, get this whiskey. It's gonna. I drink
Tennessee
2 bottles of
honey
that
whiskey,
crap, and I
yeah.
never caught a buzz.
It's Jack Daniel, so with honey. And I'm like,
yeah,
it's not Tennessee whiskey. That's Jack Daniel with honey.
yeah. Just because it says Tennessee whiskey on it. Whatever. It was actually pretty tasty, though. It's just I like a stronger proof.
I play a lot of things, Janet. I just don't play on ropes. Janet in the chat. She's awesome. We're gonna make some memories.
I know she wrote in all caps so I could see it.
Hit it, Zach. Okay, I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, and then you guys were playing that music last night as I'm trying to think all the different ones. Not the actual music, but the music making fun of my thinking.
Ten, 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 ten.
Oh. Oh man, where did I put that? So I totally had all these grand plans of cleaning, and I've been on this podcast and just totally put off everything I was doing.
I'm gonna cook dinner very soon, about an hour from now for tomorrow's lunch, and I got a new week to start.
Yeah, how are
I
you
got
liking
8 bedroom, 8 bathrooms, 4 master bedrooms to fill them up all fucking rough ends with plumbing.
Oh joy.
It's gotta be finished in 2 days.
Man.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Sounds
work.
like for you.
That's what we do in new construction. It's all rough end,
Right.
which
Well, at
is I
least
like.
new,
It's easy.
not replacing old, because that's always fun.
Yeah, it's messy, but it's good money too. It's more money in there.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Remove and replace. Yeah, it's more money.
True.
Servicing, I never done, except car wash systems. Commercial and industrial. Mainly industrial. Those VFD and PLC robots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to reprogram them.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. Where the heck?
Yeah, the guy, when he saw my resume, he was like, "Oh, hit it, Zach." I'm waiting.
Well, hey family, I just want you to know that we patriots will have each other at the end of the day, and that will help us get through these tough times. I love every single one of you, and don't ever fucking forget it. You guys are the best, and I'll always be here no matter what you need.
You got that damn right, bro.
I second
Sing
that.
those to you. Send me those smoke signals.
He'll send you something else. Throw it at her. Oh, that
I'm
tickles,
too
man.
tall for that.
I love that, man.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Zach.
That's what it's all about, man. It's one world we live in. It's one life you have, one shot in it. Make the